As you can tell, we are not at the Cloud9 Studios. We are, well, I still like to say that this is still in heart the Cloud9 Studios. It's just located in Travis's toy room.
I think that's fair. We could still call it Cloud9 Studios.
We're kind of in the butthole of Travis's house, which is right where he wants us.
I think I saw Travis's butthole in his house the other day.
It's the only room I suspect no cameras.
No, you suspect wrong.
So, probably am wrong. I can't see them.
It's not waterproof like the ones in the toilets, but it's in here.
I've learned some things over the years of creeping on people.
Oh, wow. Oh, I can't wait to see Travis someday walking, orange jumpsuit, holding a piece of paper over his face while the guy behind him carries a hard drive.
Hard drives. The team behind him carries the hard drives.
Plural.
Pretty cool. New setup. We're working it's pretty good so far, but we have a little few bugs to work out. Hopefully it will just get better from here. I don't know. We're putting our faith in Cody for some reason, and that he can improve us.
I didn't even move anything.
He just showed up.
He just showed up looking all sexy. I don't think he's wearing a shirt underneath that jacket. That's kind of hot.
We're going to find out.
It's very 1987. I love it.
Maverick thinks we should call this the Minger Cave.
Careful
what you wish for.
I am very worried about the cases behind.
That's my
Pete
biggest
and
concern
Travis.
as well.
Someone, Travis has a party. Someone flips the switch on the side of the chair. It does one of those lean back things where I almost fall on my ass all the time. And you go through the glass, or we find out how strong that tempered glass is.
I definitely set it up so Steve would be on that side of the room on purpose.
We tried to put Steve in the backyard, but the cord wasn't long enough, so...
It's not nice.
And Steve, you are delicate. It's not like you...
Delicate?
I guess you do break. You do break a lot of toys.
Yeah, he breaks things. Himself, I think he's a little... He's delicate, yeah. He's got feelings. He's a man.
Oh, yeah.
I got feelings. As the host of My Wife is Gonna Kill Me podcast, I am Lord Stephen Bushotee. Jeremy DeWitt is sitting next to me looking fabulous. How you doing, Jeremy?
Right here, right now. There is no other place I wanna be.
Hot.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
Jesus Jones
Yeah, Jesus Jones.
had one hit wonder of 93.
Oh, they had two, but yeah, that was their
What was the other one?
Real. Either that or I just really liked that song. I listened to it a lot.
Yeah.
They had two, as far as I'm concerned.
Travis Bolles is here. He he's the only one on time today because he lives here.
I was on time.
He had to walk straight downstairs.
I did.
Then he was early.
Yep, I had to run and grab the desk, got that, and
You did that already this morning?
Yeah, that
Look
was
at
the
you.
last piece that I didn't bring. Well, besides the TV, but
Dig deep.
yep.
I could go to the studio and kill time and not disturb anybody. I couldn't do that this morning, so I went to the station. Because I was up at 7:30. Like, I was out the door. Like,
Right.
okay, well.
Me and you need to get our comic book strips back from the...
Oh, mine's at my house.
Oh, I got to get mine then.
What?
Yep.
My book
He-Man book.
for Po2 is at the shop still.
And you do have a box. You got a box there, too, in the corner.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thanks for moving all the stuff.
No problem. Actually, was not bad at all.
Okay.
I was
not
like,
bad at
we
all.
should probably have a serious conversation about how we want to do this. And then Travis just did it the next day.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
all the stuff's
guess-
in my basement
yeah.
already.
Perfect.
Oh.
I hate... Amanda has never once made, at least me, ever feel like she wanted us out of there.
Oh, no,
I
she
could feel
didn't.
it.
But you guys are acting like we weren't supposed to be out of there.
No, I know. Oh, yeah, it's supposed to happen a while ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was never about her wanting us out. It was about us wanting to do this.
And have a little bit more room. And
Right.
But I
There's
also...
a lot more room.
But I also did feel, too, like, man, it'd be nice for her to have that space.
for sure.
Yeah. And it's hers.
Right.
I felt
Well,
entitled to it.
It's yours, yeah. Yeah. So I just was, I was actually kind of happy to get it out of there, and it was one of those things where I just kind of need to make it happen, and here we are. And there's going to be some changes down here, too. We're going to work out some stuff. But
Pete McCarthy's here. Pete,
Hey, buddy.
what's going on, buddy?
Nothing. I'm excited to be here.
Son of a gun.
I'm a little bit upset that I missed the Kenobi review. So, but I mean, I had 9 minutes notice, so I don't know why I didn't make it. But so
I still haven't watched any of it, so I ain't got much. Can't say much. I ain't listened to it.
I feel like it's been forever since I've recorded with you guys, because like you did the POTU thing, and I'm not welcome at POTU.
You are
ever,
always
so-
welcome at POTU.
But
I referenced you.
POTU. If for those of you who listen to POTU, yes, Travis was absolutely 100% naked when he was on our 100th show.
Yeah.
Isn't it weird that the podcast that I think that's the first time he's ever been 100% naked on a podcast, and it's POTU,
Yeah, I know, right?
the most innocent little kid. Like, if you were gonna like molest somebody, you went and found a child.
POTU. Yeah.
man, you guys are just setting up
Yeah.
my parody. You guys are amazing. It's like we're vibing.
We're aware of what we are.
It was just a perfect storm. Steve calls me that day. Hey, can you get some trivia questions? I know it's short notice. Hey, no problem. Make it happen. He comes. Hey, we're gonna
Trev
start
calls
recording.
me and says, "Hey, I need some trivia questions." I fired him off to him.
That's pretty much how it worked. Yeah. So then he says, we'll kind of give you an idea when to come in, which I totally
Interrupted.
Yeah, I totally
Ram-ram.
interrupted it. Yeah,
Interrupted the news.
Yeah, I did. Which I was sorry about, but I'm like, oh my god, this is gonna be perfect. They're gonna be sitting in there. I know I didn't have to worry about this. I thought there was a slim chance you might have like a phone set up, so I real quick got online and looked. You guys didn't have anything live.
They were already at the table recording. You just walked in naked.
Yeah. What's funny is that like Matt's sitting where I am, and I see the door open, and Matt's just like,
I did the same thing. I moved him out of my vision until he sat down.
What chair did you sit in naked?
His chair.
his chair.
But he was clear that he's defiled all these chairs.
I thought it smelled differently when I sniff tested this morning.
So
Is this my chair?
Yep.
I will be honest. I did not do a very good job. I had plans of like making sure I got the right chair for everybody and put it, and then I loaded them up, and then I was like, whatever. Here we go. So.
Feels right.
this thing's damn. My feet are dangling. This is too high.
Well, don't push any buttons.
I'm not doing shit.
Yeah, well, if you do, make sure the cameras are on.
Now there's a ledge that
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit the back of my head on and kill myself if I fall. So
How'd Steve
Hit the
die?
button.
How'd Steve die? Oh, well, you can watch it.
Live on YouTube.
Try not to laugh.
Definitely make one of those epic fails for 2022, though.
100 episodes of POTU, Peter. What do you think about that?
I'm so happy for those guys.
Aw.
I'm proud of you. I think the world of the both of you.
There was actually a comment. We were asking everybody, what their favorite parts of the show have been so far, and all
Haven't
that type
Pete
of
on.
shit.
Yeah.
And like favorite guests and all that. And you were actually on the list. People enjoyed you.
yeah, there was a few surprising things about that.
Yeah,
I didn't realize that the POTU Canon segment was so popular.
very popular.
Everybody loves
People
that.
really like that.
So anyway,
So
this
want to hear more about He-Man like Pete does?
check it out.
Check out
Podcasters
POTU.
Demons. Oh boy, what else we got to talk about, fellas?
My weekend's been pretty shitty so far.
Yeah,
So I have a 4-day weekend. My first day, which is Friday, I'm like, this is gonna be awesome. And I'm sitting there, me and Laura are talking like, hey, what are we gonna do? We're gonna get some fireworks today. We're gonna watch Stranger Things, the second half of season 4. And she's kind of like, her arm kind of was feeling a little numb or something. And
see, and that's where you start the thing. Immediately, I'm like, heart attack.
yeah, well, when she said that, and she looked at me and she's like, oh, that's weird. And I'm like, that's curious.
just food for thought. That's actually a hell of a lot less of a thing with women than it is for men when it comes to cardiac events. So the left arm thing typically is a male thing.
Okay.
So a lot of times women will get pain up into the jaw and back through into the shoulder blades, but the left arm stuff a lot of times is in men. It can happen to anybody.
How does a heart attack know what a woman is, though?
It's not about knowing. It's about how they perceive and take pain. It's all about sensation. So
Interesting. Good to know.
I don't know if I can trust that shit.
So
we don't ever mess around. If potential cardiac, you treat it as a cardiac till you know otherwise. But just for future reference, take it for what you will.
So she's kind of like, that's weird. Whatever. She went, I got to go to the bathroom. We had McDonald's and, it's kind of a shifty morning there. Then she comes out. She's like, my lower back kind of hurts. And will you rub my back? All right.
Do you? I'm not to cut you off, but that's what we do here. Do you immediately get pissed when your wife asks you to rub her back? Because I do.
No, I don't get pissed. I do go, when was the last time my back was rubbed?
Yeah, exactly.
But
I asked you to rub my dick the other night. You didn't want no part of that. No, I gotta rub your back.
But I am more than happy to do it because she has, little back problems here and there. But this one was it was getting worse. And she's like, I don't know.
I don't think her back problems are little at all. Let's be honest.
There is that, yeah. But yeah, it got to the point where she's like, it's ended up on the floor and she's starting to feel sick and she's, get me a bag and she starts throwing up and
yeah, that's scary.
Next thing you know, she's writhing in pain, in horrible pain. I'm like, what the fuck? Oh, god damn it. So tried to get her to lay down, put a heating pad on her, didn't do shit. It just kept getting worse and worse. And I'm like, all right, bringing you out to the van, sit her down in the van, and she's just vomiting. And I'm like, I'm not going to be able to drive her there. I don't know what's going on. So I called 911, which Travis is probably familiar with.
Heard of it before.
Yeah. The whole thing, man. Fucking fire truck, cops, and ambulam.
Yep.
And, they just basically grabbed her and threw her in the ambulance. And I'm just like, oh, okay. And they're just talking to me, getting all the information, all that stuff. Anyway, I followed her out there, and, yeah.
The crew take good care of you guys? The ambulance crew?
Yes.
Did
She was, what she remembered anyway, she was in an extreme amount of pain. They ended up collapsing one of her veins in her hand, but she's got small veins, so.
How are the fire guys?
You know what? I don't even know. I don't think that I even talked to any of them. I was so...
He was freaking out.
I wasn't really freaking out. I think I was pretty calm.
Okay.
Crazy thing, I right before, I was like, all right, today's going to be cool, man. And all of a sudden she's like, ah! I'm like, oh, awesome. Perfect timing.
Thank God!
Finally!
Jeremy.
Yes, yeah.
How was the water? Still coming out of the faucet?
The water was coming out of the faucet.
Right, because if there was a problem, you should let me know. It's not my department anymore, but I got pull.
I know people. So Curtis Ackerman wasted $4.99 on a super chat.
Super chat.
Asking a question that was already answered. How does a heart attack know what gender somebody is? I won't
Or
explain
how they
it again.
identify as.
So
He knows. He's answering the question. Or
he's asking.
He was asking.
How does a heart attack know how you identify?
Which Pete answered already.
Yeah.
It wasn't a heart attack. It ended up being
Tomas and Curtis
They both
dropping the money bombs today.
We're gonna be rich.
What's Tomas say?
Nothing. He
Nothing.
just gave
He
us
just said, "Take my
$5,
money."
which is like 9 cents, I think.
It's
Total.
8.2 cents.
So that fucking Homelander. Cody, you are so good. Just so listeners, if you're not on the YouTube, he has this awesome GIF or gaff, whatever, of Homelander just
GIF.
pointing and I'm not the hero, you're the hero.
Yes.
And it's amazing.
Anyway, it's a kidney stone. Which, the way I say that, it sounds like I'm downplaying it. And I just want to say I apologize to every single person who I've made fun of behind their back about having kidney stones. I have never seen her in this much pain ever. I've seen her give birth. I've seen COVID try to rip her skin up from the inside out.
Yeah.
And yeah, this is the worst I'd ever seen her, and I just felt so terrible. But there was like 5mm kidney stone, and it should pass on its own type of thing. So she's been in bed.
Why? I don't know
basically
why
all
it would hurt
weekend.
women. Because, I mean, it just has to come out their vagina, right?
Well, that's the thing is they said that. I mean, you're kind of not wrong.
I mean, it's a lot
What
worse
happens
than a
is
penis.
once it gets into the
Or it's a lot
bladder.
better. That's like throwing a pickle down a hall.
Well,
Yeah, but you realize that on the Jesus, how do I do this? So the anatomy from the bladder to the exit, if you will,
Yeah.
is the same in men and women. So it's a
How is that
tube.
possible?
It's a tube
seen what it looks like
that
down
the
there, it ain't the
urine. Right. That's the point of exit. But the tube from there to there, it's basically a calcified ninja star that is tumbling down this tube and just creating fucking ruckus the entire time.
Yeah, but I mean, they've only got like a little bitty tube, and we got a longer tube, so
Well,
it should be.
The
like,
doctor did say
Okay,
once
you-
it
you
hit the
don't-
bladder that she'd be
That's why women get
okay.
those.
golden.
That's why women get all those infections all the time because it's not very far for the bacteria to travel. It's got to get up all the length of our wiener.
Okay. We're so sorry that Laura's going through this. It is a miserable experience, and I wouldn't wish one on my worst enemy. I take
I'm
that
not
back.
saying it's not, but I just don't get it.
This is where I normally would start dropping names of who I wish had a kidney stone, but Steven recently told me that that's cyberbullying, so I will not.
Is
I
it
will not-
cyberbullying if
that's-
you're in person, or were you
No, he's
gonna...
not talking about me.
Oh, okay.
I'm not talking about Steven. I don't want
okay.
Steven to get a kidney
Okay.
stone.
All right.
I was going to drop some names.
I would own that kidney
One
stone.
of each gender, so obviously they would experience it totally different because Steve understands anatomy. But yeah, so yeah, best wishes to Laura on a quick recovery because it's not fun.
No, and it just ruined her whole fucking weekend.
Oh hell yes, it did.
It sucks. So, but
I will say I'm glad you called 911 and got an ambulance because if you would have just tried to walk into the hospital,
it would have been a pain in the ass.
Or if you would have called the water department, you would have. Yeah. So
Hey,
the real heroes would not have shown up to help you with a kidney stone.
any
So,
movie I've watched when someone's having a baby, they're like, "Get me a hot thing of water."
there's actually
Right?
good.
That's the first thing you need. We all know for almost every emergency, you need water.
Clean.
Boil the water. Boil the water.
Yeah, people get beat up in the movies or something like that. The first thing I want to do is take a shower. So I mean, I get it. They want to wash all that off them. And,
Yeah. I don't-
All right, you're important, Steve.
I know. You ain't gonna tell me.
I honestly, the guy that used to run the water department in the city you live in probably screwed stuff up, which is why she ended up getting a kidney stone in the first place. But that's neither here nor there. So,
We don't do treatment. We don't do treatment. We're just distribution.
yeah, well,
We just,
so that's even worse. That's even worse.
we just make sure the pipes are clean. We don't even really do that. I mean, how do you get inside to clean a pipe? You really can't. It's all underground. To be honest.
We put cameras down there and look.
We just assume that the pipes are there. We're not really sure.
Oh, we know they're there.
So we push the snow around a little bit too and hope that it melts and makes more water, but we're not sure. We're not scientists.
Oh, that makes salt water.
So.
I love it. They're all worried about where you put salt. Because it's going to make Lake Michigan get salinity go up, and we're going to start having like a fucking tropical lake or some shit. But then we dump salt on the roads, which goes into a storm drain, which goes into the lake. I don't get it, folks. They even put a fish on the storm drains. That's a new thing. They get these the catch basins you see on the side of the road. There's a grate. Well, now the new ones have a fish. Like, it looks like almost like a Jesus fish.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to remind people that this goes to our water.
That just makes me want to get in there and grab the fish.
He's freaking... I mean, I'm all about the environment, but environmentalists are fucking dumb. Let's put a fish on this thing. So to remind everybody...
I just can't wait till all these same people that need fishes on their grates keep pushing electric vehicles, and then we start to collapse the entire power grid when everybody's trying to charge their electric cars, and nobody goes anywhere, because that's really the best way for the environment is not to drive at all, which is exactly what's going to happen when we have no electricity.
I don't have enough knowledge to really talk about this whole thing,
But he's gonna try.
but I love the fact that I have little enough knowledge to just jump to conclusions.
Jumping? Let's link arms, bitch. We'll jump right off it together.
But I saw this meme, and if it makes sense, it's great. And I'm just gonna say it makes sense. It shows like the cycle of life thing, but it's it's an electric car getting plugged into a wall, which then goes all the way back around to coal, making the electricity to make. And it's like, wait a minute. Now, I don't know if like 1/10 of the amount of coal could charge that car versus what you would need to make the energy. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff involved there, but it makes me confident enough to go, yeah, electric cars are dumb.
I'm in.
At least when it comes to saving the world. Now, are electric cars dumb with the price of gas is going up the way they are lately? No, not personally, man. I'm thinking electric looks pretty good as far as money out of my pocket. It cost me $15 to come here today.
Wow.
It cost me 16.
Dang.
So,
We can move it to you guys' house.
no.
Nobody wants that.
Nobody wants that.
Are we just going to start podcasting from our laptops?
No, we're going to come here. I'll pay.
No, that's what that Patreon money's
That's
for.
right. That's what those super chats were for.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks, Curtis. I can make it to the next show.
And of course, look, we got a celebrity on the chat today.
Who we got?
Corn Boy himself.
Woo!
That guy's sexy as shit.
He is so sexy. So, what's the next segment, gentlemen?
It's like we forgot how to do this show.
I know. I'm
I did have like plans. I was actually going to print off the old
That's
style
cute.
sheets.
That's
Yeah. I thought about it and
At
everything.
least you thought about it.
And
I'm
then this
sorry.
morning I'm like, fuck, I got to get the desk. I got to... Yeah.
Usually I have a big thing I want to bitch about, and I really don't this week.
You haven't seen me in a couple weeks. That's why.
It's in the last like 30 minutes.
I know, but if you couldn't hear that, Cody says I've been bitching for the last 30 minutes. But yeah, I know. But usually I have a story or something that happened in my life that just freaking got me so freaking mad. But lately,
He's riling himself up about thinking about stuff. Remember when I got mad?
Remember when I got angry the other day because I didn't have anything to be angry about?
well, it's been really cool because I had the graduation party, and then I had the Monday after the graduation party I had a board meeting for work, so I didn't get to do anything. That ruins your whole evening. And then Tuesday we did the 100th episode of PO2, and then Wednesday we did the Star Wars review. That pissed me off. I could talk about that. Fuckers. Anyways, we did the Star Wars review, and then so Thursday night was a cool night for me because I actually got to go home, sit down at my paint station, and start painting some shit, start putting some stuff for Wolf King Customs, and playing with some Mythic Legions, and messing around, and I was like, this is great. This is fantastic. So,
Did you have Friday off?
half off.
Half off.
My boss closed down Township Hall at noon.
Was this usually a camping weekend for you guys?
You were usually in Alpena
Okay.
for the 4th.
Yeah. I thought you guys were usually gone.
Yeah, we're usually doing some things. But
I have a wonderful story to tell, but it is a Patreon only story, unfortunately. If we weren't just streaming to 13 people on YouTube, I would probably tell it on just the regular podcast, but it'll be a Patreon story for sure.
Fair enough.
Yeah. And I can't wait to tell you guys.
I'm not sure I want to hear it. But
You'll love
I'll
this
do
one.
it for the fans.
You will love this
Did
one.
you know John C. Reilly was in town?
No?
Yeah. So a couple days ago, I don't know, if, out by the mall, Old Grand Haven, there's like the egg roll house, like this little place in there. And
I was just there the other day. Sorella's is there, right?
Right.
Yeah.
They-
What'd you
The
get?
sex shop. I was just there the other day, after egg rolls.
Did you finally get that thing you put your balls in? Because I'm curious as hell, man.
No.
They,
No.
so they got a fireworks tent out there. My buddy Jaime runs it, and so I went out there. And
It's pronounced Jamie, you dick.
it's his nickname.
Wow.
I mean, starts
I wish
with
I
an
had a
H.
buddy named Hyman.
Kind of figured it.
What a racist asshole.
Thanks for letting me. Thanks for letting me know. Sorry for being accidentally racist.
How's that racist? We don't even know what color this guy is. Do we? No. I don't know what's going on.
Travis, I'm a.
Don't explain it to me.
Typically,
I don't want to know. I just want to
Typically, Jaime looks like Jamie. Travis would have said Jamie.
His name's Jim, but he goes by Jaime. He has been gone. That's how I've always known him. Anyway, so
Jaime is what Travis calls his little box. That's full of hymens that he's collected over the years. So.
Do the hymens actually come out when you blow them up, or do they just kind of flap in there like curtains?
when you blow him up,
Blow them out. I don't know. I've always wondered. I mean, where do they go?
We should have a segment where little Stevie has asked the questions he's always wondered.
I imagine it's going to be like Dwight Schrute on The Office going, when two men, how do you know which penis opens to accept the other man's penis?
are we gonna be the guys that answers his questions? Though?
I mean, you guys
Travis and I have been saying for this entire time we want to do like romantic advice from Travis and Pete. You know what I mean? Because I think that'd be hilarious.
Why wouldn't I be involved? Why wouldn't I be involved in that?
I don't have to. I'll do a top 10 list of the reasons why you should be involved.
Okay, this is something that's been on my mind for a long time. I've never found a place to really explain it or express it. How come Pete always acts like he's such a ladies' man? He's only been with one woman. He's got like one girlfriend that he knocked up immediately, and he's been with her for all these years.
He has a 100% success rate.
He's always talking about, oh, if I was there, I'd be blasting all the women, or I'd be in the back doing this and doing that. He hasn't done any of that. He just all the time. He's not a ladies' man. What? What do you say?
I've never said I'd blast all these people in a room.
He's always like high-fiving Trav, like, yeah, I'm just like you. We're cool. We're the guys that are out.
I too am a slut.
No, I totally. The Hyman joke was all Travis's. I gave him all the credit.
I know, but in the past, you always act like you're in there with him.
No,
yes, you do.
Don't you think we're in the club together?
Just shelve it. Threw us $5 and said, I don't want to understand. I just want to hate things.
There's no hate in my heart.
So John C. Reilly was in town.
Okay.
his mom lives just north of here.
And I heard like something in Silver Lake or something.
Yeah, yep. So
apparently there was like some sort of car show or a thing that was going on. So the day I went there 2 days ago, and literally the following day, all of a sudden Jaime's posting pictures of himself, selfies with fucking John C. Reilly. I'm like, I was there yesterday. Fuck. So he looks old.
He is, isn't he?
He's looking pretty old.
He'd be a pretty cool guy to meet, though.
yeah.
Yeah.
Lucky bastard.
Because he's funny.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
wow.
Yeah, he came. He made an appearance at the Playhouse.
Oh, yeah.
A couple of years ago was there, and
Somebody was saying he lives in Michigan. I don't know if that's the case, but if it is, then I learned something this weekend. If not, I learned that he at least visited. So
He's good at serious roles, too.
like in Dewey Cox.
He was in Gangs of New York. He was like
I didn't see that.
He was like hanging out with the butcher and shit, and it was like really badass. What? Don't just laugh.
Christopher Lefevre, Steve better not pout and delete this episode too.
Why would I delete it? I haven't said anything that I consider wrong. I didn't say anything that I consider wrong in that episode either. It's just these fucks twisted my shit.
Got right in there and twisted your shit.
That plays into my song too.
B has this song that we don't know if you're ever going to see. But
If you're not,
I don't know if you'll ever see it. They'll see it today and then they'll make the decision.
if you're not a Patreon supporter,
It might be Patreon only.
So
If you've enjoyed our parodies before, this might be worth 1 month for $1 to hear it, but I have no idea.
we'll find out together.
We'll find out together. Jeremy just knows what song to play. He has no idea what I'm going to say while he plays
chords I
it.
have to play and about how fast.
I will say, we obviously appreciate our patrons. Not enough to know their names, but
Not enough to actually do anything for them.
literally,
I think we do a lot.
you could pay $1 and just binge all of that stuff, and then
And then then wait another year, put another $1 down.
Right.
Yeah.
We
So then I'm
We
capitalize.
don't suggest doing that.
No, like
We capitalize off laziness.
Yeah,
We capitalize on the people that just forget they support us.
They're like, yeah, it's not worth $1 a month to go in there and cancel that shit. Wow. Anyways, we could use the money.
I love how he just puts the period at the end of that sentence with a drink of water.
So, toy news. What do we got, Jeremy? Because you're the only one that's of any
that ever does anything. Yeah, I got some toy news.
And we have no idea what Cody's putting up on the screen.
right.
Well, if it's wrong.
Trav and I do.
Oh, you guys are watching. Okay, cool.
Well, I got this. I could probably see it on here.
Oh, maybe he's not gonna do it.
Cody's like, oh.
There seems to be a huge delay right now, Cody.
Yeah, well, yeah.
There is.
Oh,
normally,
because it's not streaming right to the TV. It's we're watching it recorded.
Yep.
So yeah. Well,
Wait, there was a dollar option? Yeah, of course.
Yeah, but that one you don't get shit for. You do the $5.
so what are we talking about?
Do we have pictures? Are they going up?
Yeah, just
I gotta look at the screen here.
Nate's drop.
Hey,
Nate's,
no, we're not going to read that, Nate, because you didn't super chat it. So.
your first pillow.
Oh, okay.
All right, this is a Furry Toys 112 Samurai Animal Wave 2, something I can't see because Travis's fat ass.
The Fury toy. It's from 5K Toys.
5K Toys, 5,000.
This just looks like obviously a first shot or like a prototype. It's a very like samurai looking sort of version of Splinter with full baby turtles, and I don't know much else about this. This is just
Tail
they
looks
said
awesome.
coming soon. Yeah, I mean he's got like his little hair tied up at the top, and like he looks pretty vicious, man. I love it when they make Splinter more of like a force to be reckoned with rather than just like some old like ratty old dude who can't do shit.
this toy looks really cool.
Yeah. It's from I said 5K Toys. They are the guys Fury Toys, I'm sorry. Well, both. 5ktoys.com. Fury Toys are what they're called. They put out a Samurai Turtle for pre-order back in like I don't know, it was a few weeks ago or something like that, but it was basically a Leonardo. And I don't know if that pre-order is still going because I didn't pay attention, but regardless, they're going to have this sweet-ass Splinter coming soon. So,
What do you think about this, Peter? Does this figure do anything for you being a turtle guy?
It's super cool. To be honest, I mean, it's no secret that I still enjoy toys and I enjoy everything that I get to do because of toys.
Mm-hmm.
But my world is very, very different. I'm much more experience based now than I am stuff based.
Buying stuff. Yep.
I love to do all the things that we do, but I'm like I said, I'm playing on the PC a lot. I'm playing Dungeons and Dragons. I'm doing things versus.
Oh, did you work
buying
on getting our
things,
game together
so-
this week? Just you brought up D&D, and I was wondering. Remember we talked about that? We were gonna get a game together. I bought the handbook and everything.
So, you were born in '78, and so about 40 weeks before you were born, your dad bent your mom over and
No.
threw her a load.
No,
And
that's
you
inaccurate.
were born. That's really the only contribution that's ever been made to this podcast. It was actually Roger. Roger's the one that deserves the credit because they just created you and you just exist. That's all you've done for this podcast.
I just
You
wanted.
couldn't
to-
even get the fucking episode title right after you literally told us all the episode title.
I just wanted to see if my D&D friend, who I've been trying to I want to try to play D&D.
I'm not your friend. I don't want to play with you, okay? You made me stand live on
we know
YouTube.
where we're at.
I've been trying to avoid this. Let's call it what it is.
Now we know where we're
Let's
at.
call it what it is.
Thank you. I will find someone else.
No, I would still love to do that. Unfortunately, our schedules are not great. So,
Maybe you could make a phone call and then.
or you know what? Or maybe what I'll do is I'll invite a bunch of people from Grand Rapids and then pretend like it's last minute and get it going like in an hour, like you guys did with the Kenobi review. Because fuck me, right? So
It was fun.
it Good. I'm glad it was
For
fun.
you.
Glad you had a good time.
We could not podcast.
So
one
no,
day.
I won't be buying that toy, Travis.
What do you think about it though?
I think it's very cool.
Yeah.
I would anxious to see it painted. Obviously, I'm a big points of articulation guy, so I mean that's gonna, I got to be able to pose it. Does it scale with Mythic Legions? I mean, there's a lot of things that go into it before I can make a purchase. So.
I'm gonna use it for Mythic Legions.
Yeah, you gonna get one?
It looks pretty cool.
You'll probably end up getting one before I do. 'Cause it looks badass.
It does. It looks awesome.
What's the price point on it?
There isn't one yet.
Oh
so,
well,
Yeah.
then it's free, right? Midwest dad joke.
If I had to bet, I'm gonna say $80.
I bet that's 100 plus. Would be my
You're
bet.
probably
What's the
both
size?
around the-
Did you already say?
No, I
Well, yeah, of course we're both
I
around.
said nothing,
it's
but if the
useless comment.
Leonardo
Thank you for nothing.
figure gives you any
Oh, okay.
idea.
So it's like looks like 6-inch ish, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If that's by hand, that's a 3 3/4.
That's true.
Or no, that's a.
That's true.
That I went the wrong way. If that's my hand, that's a 12-inch.
It's a hot toy.
Yeah.
It's a hot toy.
Yeah. I don't know if they still have
Yeah, go ahead, buddy. Hit it.
Tear it up, Cody.
Oh, there is a delay.
What
right.
one are you at? I don't know where you're at.
Take your time, Cody. We're not waiting on you or nothing.
Oh man, I bet you the
Oh,
audio
I sent you a whole bunch of shit.
Love this.
They just came at different times. So
Oh yeah, that's 5K toys something.
they said just shelve it says the Leo was like $55.
Oh,
So
okay.
Oh,
So
okay.
Might not be too bad then.
Well, it should be. It didn't have any paint.
All right. I'm just waiting on this to get caught up. So
the
I know
Leo
what
looks
you're at.
the Leo looks pretty cool.
No, all of it looks really
But you
cool.
need to talk. This
They're-
is there's audio fans too here. Jeremy, we can't just
He was like, I don't know what toy to talk about.
I don't know what I'm doing. This is all new to me.
Maybe we need that TV.
Still not talking about it.
We used to do.
Well, no, that was the pre-order that had already been out and about. I basically put that up to show what they are capable of and what the end result will possibly look like, even though it's a rat and not a samurai turtle.
Gotcha.
Well, thank you for that.
Yeah, I like
We
to do that,
appreciate you.
little things.
That looks pretty cool.
I think about
now
you.
we're
Sure,
looking at a
appreciate it.
samurai turtle.
I've heard a lot of people
that's-
talk about 5K.
badass.
5K toys is a lot of their money is starting to go towards that.
That is cool.
It's really cool. And I don't, is it like I don't think it's officially licensed. That's something. I
Yeah,
would like
somebody
to know.
said it's the not Splinter toy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
And they've done these things over the years. Other toy companies have where they, like they made a giant this one company made a giant shredder. It looks fucking badass, but they called him a Raku
Yeah.
Soki or something. It's really close, but not it. But
Yep.
Yeah, I like.
So they're
that type
doing
of shit.
they're doing Transformer knockoffs,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
How do you get away with that?
I
no
don't
idea.
know. Yeah, and maybe they don't sell enough, or it's
I don't know,
they don't
because
produce
that
enough to where it's really a threat.
I don't know how that Leonardo isn't.
I mean, that's
licensed.
Leonardo. Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
I
That's
mean,
totally
Ask
Leonardo.
1,000 people, and if they have ever seen a Ninja Turtle, they're going to say that's Leonardo.
Yeah. There's
Yeah.
no doubt about it.
Well, and maybe it's official. Maybe it's not an official license, but maybe there is a hey, and just for the sake of numbers, well, it's $100,000 to license the turtles. For $15,000, you can do something similar, but you can't use Leonardo. You can't use maybe there's some stipulations.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a level that you can purchase that is
That's it.
homage or something like that.
That's it.
So
I'm making a new figure. It's called Me Man.
yeah, well, and that's nobody's gonna sue you for suing nothing because nobody
When
wants.
I
that
was
figure.
little, I used to call it Me Man. Because I really did. I didn't know. I remember my brother actually corrected me, dipshit, it's He Man. No, it's Me Man. I mean, come on. It came out in 81. I was
I
3.
did forget that
I was 3.
that Leatherhead is that Leatherhead that came out. Is that by the same company or is that a different? Do you know?
Oh, I don't know if that's the same company, but
Yep.
yeah, same type idea.
Yep.
Oh, okay. So I don't know a lot about this. I know that some people are finding them on the shelves already, but McFarlane is now doing Superpowers toys. which are throwbacks to the vintage Kenner Superpowers toys.
See, this is what happens. This is the entire plan for the country. They get us all wound up like, oh, Roe v. Wade, and that allows people like McFarlane to sneak this bullshit in while everybody's fucking distracted.
Little misdirection.
Women should have the right to choose. McFarlane shouldn't have the right to make this bullshit.
I thought it was row versus wave.
Wave?
Yeah, I thought it was about like boating. Do you row or do you wait for the waves to take you?
Jesus Christ.
Which is better?
Wow, that would go back to the old, and you know this in the water department, the old reach, throw, row, and go, in case somebody's in danger. If you can't reach them, throw something to them. If they can't catch it, you row. If you can't row, you gotta go. That's how we save people in the water department.
Can you imagine Katie's girls, like the dad jokes they have to hear every day?
Katie's
I'm sorry,
girls?
Steve's girls, Katie and Katie. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
They love it.
I know Katie probably at least has that sense of humor where she's like, fuck yeah, Dad.
Well played, Dad. I'll give you that one.
Also, okay, so there's...
and there's Batman, too. Batman and Dark Seed Side.
Dark Seed Side.
Dark Seed Side.
Batman, and then...
no, it's pronounced Side, but I'm Todd McFarlane. I can spell it however I want. That's how I spell McFarlane, Fuckyou, because I'm Todd fucking McFarlane.
These look a little different than the old school shit, but they're pretty much the same type of idea, same scale.
The packaging is what sells it as the old school, right?
They got the Supermobile because Superman would need a vehicle, and the Batwing.
I'm Superman. I want to fly around.
Yeah, I need to fly in a vehicle.
I'm going to fist you.
God,
That should be called the Fistmobile.
Yeah, it's definitely fisty. Like, what the fuck?
Hey, everybody go jump in my Fistermobile.
I wonder if I
Everybody
like
hop
that.
in the fister.
How did I miss fisting in my song? I'm going to have to rewrite some
The fister.
Batwing, yeah, we've seen those.
Wasn't there a really good pitcher for the Tigers named Doug Fister? Because I remember thinking that'd be the coolest name ever.
What is this we're looking at?
And then this is, I believe this is a side-by-side comparison.
Of two Superman that both look like Superman.
Of the original?
I believe.
Yeah.
The original look is it? Which one's on the left?
That would be the old one.
Does anybody else here
I
or
like
see
the old one
Batwing
better.
immediately think about stretching your nuts out
What?
to catch somebody looking? You know what I'm talking about? Like from the movie Waiting.
Oh, that's great.
You know what I mean? Where you
You
stretch
look
it out and make it look like a Batwing.
Then you're gay.
Yeah, and then you call him gay and kick him in the ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
You got to trick somebody into looking at your dick, and when they see it, you got to call them gay.
Yeah, I love it. The Batwing, bitches.
So you can see some differences here, but it's pretty much the same.
Yeah, they
thing.
both look like they suck.
You're not wrong.
It's 2 a.m., Jeremy. We're going to take home that fat chick or that fat chick. Doesn't matter. They're both fat. Let's get it done.
Which one has less hail damage?
Right.
That's what I
So
get after.
yeah, those were just comparisons of old
If
school.
it's lumpy, I get
packaging.
dumpy.
I like my asses like I like my cream cheese. Lumpy. Cottage cheese, not cream cheese. Cottage cheese.
Fuck it. Any kind of cheese that's creamed.
Oh, I'm going to please that cheese.
Long box heroes. These are big bad toy store exclusives.
I got.
If it's lumpy, Stevie gonna humpy.
Steven, you sound grumpy. Why don't you get some lumpy humpy?
I like the back of my legs to look like the pistachio salad. You know, just kind of. Not green though.
I was say green too. Holy fuck!
Oh, jeez.
What are we doing? So these long box heroes.
Oh, the
collection-
Rocketeer. Matthew Rodriguez just came in his short shorts.
Yes, he did. We could see it all. These are, if you go to www.freshmonkeyfiction.com, you can check these out.
That's one word away from being wrong.
Big Bad Toy Store exclusives. We got...
Do they have the girl?
No, not yet. Rocketeer, which these look to be in like 5-inch scale. The Tick, which looks to be based off the cartoon, possibly.
It's awfully 90s.
And then, is it Grendel or Grendel? I don't know this character at all. So...
What's it from?
Question mark.
It's an old comic book.
Oh,
Okay. Looks kind of like Iron Fist in black.
Kind of like an indie comic.
I got a feeling a black Iron Fist would do more damage. Am I right?
Jesus fucking Christ. I'm not supposed to laugh, am I? I don't know.
We call those stepdad jokes.
God damn it.
He loves your mom, but he stares at you a little bit too long.
Okay, here's some more crap. This is from the Loyal Subjects, their best action line.
It's like Venom took over Iron Fist.
Yeah, that could be. Venom Fish.
Venom Fish.
Venom Fish. These are basically, except for the new figures, they're basically repaints of their sort of cartoon line that they've been doing. These are around 6-inch, maybe 6-inch scale. They're supposed to look like the comic book versions, the Mirage versions of the Turtles and Shredder, a couple of Elite Foot and a Foot Soldier. I love the idea here. I love the box art. I don't know that the execution is the best, at least with the Turtles, because they're kind of like smiley, and those weren't the comic versions that I remember, but pretty cool for what they are. I won't be getting them, I don't think, because NECA is superior in every way.
I don't like any of these.
And I think that Shredder, actually, I really enjoy, but, you know, if I get one, then I have to get two, and then blah, blah, blah. It's kind of a slippery slope for me. I think they all look really cool. It's weird that they have, like, the pizza and all that shit, because that really wasn't a thing in the comics, but, I mean, whatever. People know Turtles for that.
The Turtles didn't like pizza in the comics?
It was just never really a thing.
Yeah,
really, they never made it. They never made it a thing.
The cartoon was the one where they introduced that and all the colors and changed everything up and whatever. But I don't know. They're all right, I guess. You know, if you want them, they're probably like $20 each or so. So
yeah, not a fan.
I
can
think
do
like
better. If I'm buying some Turtles, I can do better.
I think it's $75 for the 4-packs. So
it's pretty reasonable for 4 figures, though.
For what they are, yeah. And
that's a good price.
And if you're not going to sit there and throw, $50 or $55 at the Super 7s or $38, whatever it is now for the NECAs, I mean, these are pretty good price point. So, and they're not terrible.
I'm sorry, were they Mattel?
No, these are Loyal Subjects.
Oh,
their
okay.
best action line.
Gotcha.
I wouldn't Did Loyal Subjects do highly articulated figures a lot, or they just don't they do their little...
I think they're kind of getting into it now. Like, I
Yeah.
brought some Napoleon Dynamite that were in that scale, and they put out a cartoon line for this, and there's more stuff, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I obviously don't care enough to remember them.
Right,
So.
right. It's hard when you're getting such good level of toys.
Right.
Yeah, to then...
And what sucks now too is like, okay, so now they're going to be putting these out a couple times, and the repaints are essentially kind of doing what Playmates has been doing, just repainting figures they've already released. But I dig this because I'm, like I said, huge fan of the comics. So, but I won't get it unless they're a gift.
Yeah,
I'll take them,
right,
but
right.
I'm not going to pay for them.
Yeah,
so.
that's not what you're not going to be your thing.
Another NECA thing we have for the Universal Monsters is the Invisible Man. He'll be coming out rather soonish. I believe he's up for pre-order now. If I'm not mistaken, maybe it's October or something like that. So far, they've released the Mummy, Frankenstein's Monster, which they just call Frankenstein, and the Wolfman. But this guy, I mean, I've never seen this one. I've never seen the Invisible Man.
Oh man, I don't. If I did, it was a long time ago.
I've seen like the Hollow Man, like the Kevin Bacon and stuff like that, which I thought were pretty sweet. But also beyond him,
it's amazing what you can do when you don't have to look at yourself in the mirror.
God,
Are these are
dark.
the same figures?
These are the same figures.
On a
They're
card?
very simple. The no added accessories. So we have the Frankenstein, the Mummy, and the Wolfman, but they all glow in the dark.
Oh wow.
So I believe these are like $20 a piece. So they're missing all the little accessories and all that, but they actually come in a. You can get assortment of 3 if you go to I think Entertainment Earth or something like that. But anyway, you can get all 3 of them for $60.
So I got my Wolfman,
Yes.
and I've got in my office at work. I've got on a shelf. I've got Frankenstein, and then I've got the Mummy, and then I've got Wolfman, and they're all doing the Thriller dance.
Nice. That's what I'm talking about. Well, then you're gonna need the Invisible Man, right?
Well, yeah, I'll get them all now.
Just don't waste the money and just say he's there.
That's true.
There you
I should
Right.
put little placards. That would be funny. Like
Yeah, just
Wolfman,
his name in front of
Frankenstein,
it, yeah.
blah, Invisible Man. There it is.
Yeah. So the 3-pack of the glow in the dark come in. They'll be coming November 2022, and then the Invisible Man will be January of 2023. Which is that information that is currently on the screen if you are looking. Hi, Trav. Next, we have some more Super 7 stuff. They are dropping some more Simpsons. I think this is wave 3 now. We have Kang, Kodos, Ralph Wiggum, and Matthew Rodriguez.
Excellent.
That's the facing motion he makes when his Kickstarter for his comic gets funded. He's like, excellent.
I waited to the absolute last minute to fund that. Like, I was trying to be the guy that could spend $35 or $55 and be the one that funded it. And I was like, man, if I go to bed and I forget and I fuck him over, I'm going to feel terrible. So, like, he only needed like $72 when I
Right.
backed it, when I put 55, whatever that was. But
I back. Did I? It's summertime. I need stuff to start fires with.
So there's Matthew and his Bobo, his bear Bobo. I mean, come on, that's Matt, right?
It's so great because Matt's ego. I mean, how many times do we have to see Matt post that picture of himself when he was 19 shaving in the mirror? This is what I used to look like, guys, just so you know.
I used to be hot.
Yeah. My wife says I was the hottest guy in high school. She was 2 grades behind me, and she just was like, oh my God, if I could have that guy. So it's just so wonderful.
So this is a kind of cool drop for them.
Even Matt's hairline is getting sick of him. And it's just slowly receding.
Guys, we're getting out of here.
Yep, it's time.
I think Ralph and Matt are 55 each, and Kang and
We're just calling it Matt.
$55 for that little Ralph Wiggum?
yeah.
My cat's breath smells like cat food.
I sleep in a drawer.
When I grow up, I either want to be a principal or a caterpillar.
One thing is that Mr. Burns figure looks a little more Puerto Rican than Matt does.
Somebody want to refund Curtis $2? I'm not advertising that bullshit.
Curtis jumped in and said, McFarlane Black Adam figures are up on BBTS for your info.
Okay.
For your info.
Thanks, Curtis.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say Kang and Kodos I think are 75 each.
What?
So,
Oh!
yeah. I love those figures.
Did anybody else think that thing said cock for 40 humans? Not cook.
Oh, that's if you ever
I have
watched
my glasses on.
if you ever watched the Treehouse of Horrors,
Yeah, the Halloween
episodes, yeah,
specials.
where they kept blowing on that book, and it's like how to cook 40 humans, how to cook for 40 humans. But I really like those dudes, but of course I'm not collecting these. But it is nice to see some that aren't just like some like side these are like main characters.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
for sure.
absolutely.
Yep.
very cool. I love Ralph.
Is Simpsons still airing?
Yes.
Jeez,
I haven't watched it in at least 10 years, but it is still up.
Wow.
NECA has now dropped the Mirage Studios comic book version of Casey Jones.
This tickles my fancy.
This is really cool. Colors are off, which is they dropped Renette too, and her colors were off. But basically, they're kind of like IDW put out the old comics and they recolored them. So they're kind of in those colors. So I don't know if there's like a rights thing or if later on they're going to be like, no, you get them in the actual colors.
I thought they were black and white.
Well, yeah, but they colored them on covers and shit like that.
Okay.
But yeah, this is fucking Casey, man. This is insane Casey. It's my favorite. He's got the mullet and everything.
I love a good
Golf
one.
bag, his mask. You can see he's there in scale with one of the turtles.
Nothing's cooler than a guy in a half shirt.
Yeah, his crop top there.
Yeah.
I believe that's gonna end up making a comeback, folks.
Oh, I'm
got
hoping.
fucking restricted mobility. Otherwise, you had to take it short.
Yeah, I'm gonna
I
start.
love it.
Let's start wearing them. Yeah, I don't know. Looks really cool. 2 baseball bats, golf club, hockey stick, golf bag, 2 heads, one with the mask, one without, and there's a mask so you can put it on the head, or at least have him hold it when he's got the empty mask face. No mask face.
Empty mask face.
Empty mask face.
Is anybody else really hoping that Cody's girlfriend texts him something dirty since his iPad's linked to it? I just saw her name and I was like,
I don't know.
"Kitties!"
I would really hope she'd wash it first.
And then, of course, an Utram, which became what people would usually call this Krang, but it is an Utram.
I
Little
swear we did
brain-
all this on the last show.
Brain in the Terminator guts. What's that?
I could swear we did this on the last show.
We might have talked about it.
Okay.
But here's some pictures.
Okay.
Good pictures of them. Yeah, there you go. Pretty sweet. They are both $38. They are up for pre-order right now, and they will arrive in October of 2022.
Are you gonna buy this crap?
Ooh.
No, I feel like there is way too much turtle stuff out right now.
Yeah.
And also He-Man.
It's kind of flooding the market.
It is
and
crazy.
It's to the point where I'm kind of getting overwhelmed, and I don't know if I'm just gonna have
I'm
to draw
so
a
glad
line
I'm
and-
just drawing a line on
Super 7.
Super 7.
Yeah.
And you know what? People can say, oh, they're too expensive. Well, I'll tell you what's more expensive. Trying to get all this other bullshit is way cheaper to just go with Super 7.
Yeah.
Comics, cartoon, figures. For me, that's what I want. That's why I'm buying the new versions of the figures. Cartoons, the stuff is great. I love the cartoon. Comics, that's all great and dandy. But I want the new version of my favorite figures. And that's where I had to draw that line.
Yep.
And that is one thing I will say about. I mean, we obviously the DC the superpower stuff. But
Oh
if
yeah,
you-
it's awesome.
But if you were a kid who loved superpowers, that's freaking cool because you get that back. You know, so I understand it. It just seems like right now there is so much stuff out there.
Yeah, I mean, on one hand, you can go.
And you just keep leaning back.
Could be a little difficult for him to get to the restroom.
Sorry, Peter.
What was I saying?
It just seems like there's so much out there.
Yeah, it's kind of it gets a little overwhelming. I'm glad that we have all these options, but me being a completist, it's like driving my brain insane.
Yeah.
But you don't have to be well, okay. So your version of completist is everything turtles? Because my version of completist, how I justify this in my brain is I'm into the Super 7 turtles and I'm going to be a completist in that line, but all the other shit can go to hell. If I was going to collect one other line, it'd be the NECA line, which I've got some figures, but I've jumped off. I don't need any more. So yeah, then all this other cutesy, crazy stuff is out. In the same way for He-Man, which I obviously love infinitely more, it's easy for me to just say, all right, I'm doing the Masterverse stuff, and I'm doing Mondo,
Yeah.
and I'm doing Origins. But
Yeah,
all this other shit that's
And
coming out,
if they put out any more classics,
Right.
I will throw something in the garbage and start collecting classics again if it comes back.
right?
And the thing with the
'Cause that's
turtles,
the best.
thing with the turtles right now is one thing we didn't say, and they got the movie line too.
Yeah.
So there's 4 lines from NECA right now.
Yeah.
No, 3 lines from NECA and 1 line from Super 7. And I love all of it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what the fuck
That's
do
the
I
hard
do?
part is when you like it all.
Yeah.
See, luckily I have no interest in the CGI
And-
He-Man.
Well, at some point,
So-
right? Yeah. So you're not having to grab those.
Nope. And, just basically anything that is coming out The sad part is I've fallen in love with the damn maquettes. The statues.
Oh.
The tweeter head stuff.
Yeah, at least they're cheap.
And don't take up much room either.
Curtis Ackerman with another super chat.
Curtis!
Pete's turkey timers have popped out.
Doink, doink, turkey's done. It's a little chilly down here.
I tried.
I thought you'd go the other way to try to get us to get naked.
He's been trying to get me naked for years.
Someday.
How about this?
Only happened once.
This is a HasLab.
I was young. I needed the money.
We got the Cobra Hiss.
Yes!
Man,
I'm
Pete,
glad we're
this
going to
is-
talk about this.
This is almost a little bit toy drama.
Is it?
It's in
Yes.
borderline. Do we have more news after this? Because we should just slide right into toy drama with this.
Yeah, we got one more thing. Which
Let's do that first and come back to this.
Okay, skip ahead of you two.
You see how I just grabbed control of this show like a fucking man?
Yeah, I love
That's why I'm the alpha.
So alpha.
Mega Constructs Masters of the Universe Snake Mountain construction set.
Oh, glad we didn't skip this. Whew. Dodged a bullet there, fans.
I'm so happy they did this.
Oh, me too.
There's so much
So
involved
happy
on
they're
this
ripping
fucking
off my
thing.
back. It's amazing.
You gotta have this.
You got Castle Grayskull. You have to have Snake Mountain.
Yeah, yes, we do.
Except for the fact that this is gonna probably be around $400.
That was $3.
I heard 360. On the thing that I grabbed this morning, it
Look
says
how big it is.
it should cost around $400, which is a jump considering that Castle Grayskull started at about $250 before the price went up when it was reissued. So
Hey, inflation.
And you got to. I mean, you got to have it if this is your thing. If you like these Lego sets.
see, and I was trying to drop out of this shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's fine. I can just grab all these small sets or whatever. And now they're like, boom, here's a $400 thing. I'm like, fuck. I don't know that I could do this.
Yeah.
I gotta draw the line somewhere.
I'll do it for Ram Man alone.
Well, yeah, they come with Trapjaw, Ram Man, Evil Lyn, and Web Store, Flying Fist He-Man, and Dragon Blaster Skeletor. Got the throne, the dungeon, giant snake around the outside, and many more tiny details throughout. Fuck.
I'll tell you what.
If there's like a $10 payment plan a week or
I
something,
love
I'll do
these
that.
things. The only thing I hate about them is when kids end up at my house, they always think they have to touch the Legos. If there's one thing not to touch, don't touch the Legos. Because they're going to fall apart. You're going to pull a guy off on the thing and a piece of brick is going to come with it. And then I got to go downstairs and pick up the pieces and figure it out.
You have to pull out your
God,
manual and
kids, I'm
figure
so
out
glad
what
I-
pieces they've taken.
I'm so
and-
glad I'm done with kids.
Well, apparently you're not.
What do you mean?
Well, if there's children showing
It doesn't
up,
happen often, but every time it does.
fair enough. So yeah, there's that. I guess now we can go back to the HasLab Hiss Cobra Hiss tank.
Don't call this leg crap Lego.
Who said that? That's aggressive.
Just shelve it.
Lego is proprietary. This is not Lego. So
Yeah, and it is not as good as Lego either.
no.
Oh, it's as well done as Lego.
Oh my God!
What?
Emil Vickman, 14 Swedish dollars. That's $1.25 American. Boys.
And there's a picture of a hot dog next to it.
Hot dogs. Hot dogs.
That's an odd amount. I wonder if it automatically like converts it for us.
I'm sure it does.
Interesting. Thanks, Emil. The
Yeah.
best.
I can't wait to see the Swedes.
I can't wait either.
I can't wait either.
I can't wait either.
We're buying so many meatballs.
So many meatballs.
They're gonna be like, these are shitty. So we're gonna talk about this fucking thing, or
Yeah,
what?
let's talk about this thing.
I don't know. I've been eating barbecue meatballs my whole life thinking those were Swedish. Turns out Swedish are white.
They are.
So
Well, at least the Americanized.
does that have has an LED Cobra light like a fucking
Yeah,
Land
no,
Rover?
Yeah.
Nothing's cooler than rolling into town. You're gonna freaking kill some bitches and fucking throw an LED Cobra in front of you to drive fear in your heart. Like, fucking Cobra's here. Shit! They're not just fucking throwing lasers at us. They're fucking LEDs in my face. Burn my retinas out.
They blind me, then they run me over.
Take a laser pointer.
This thing's only $300.
All the neighborhood cats are jumping in front of it and getting hit by the his tank. Murder! Cat killer! Cat killer!
We're going to drive fear into the hearts. We're going to destroy their little pets.
Just make them all sad.
And that's comparison.
True terrorism.
Yes.
So this is the first
Over
one
their
that's
emotions.
designed to be the whole. I'll actually put a 6-inch figure in it.
Multiple.
Just wait for the next pick.
You just wait for the next pick.
Who does he think he is? I don't need to wait for the next pick.
Filthy son of a bitch is getting a little big for his britches, I think, boys.
If anybody's getting big for his britches, it's us.
Gotta get you a mic, man.
Dude.
So yeah,
Fucking ramp? Those guys can get out, run out the back and clean up the dead cats?
this project will run from June 29th, 2022, 11 a.m. to August 15th, 11:59 p.m.
And this has got to be already funded, right?
If successful, the project will begin shipping fall of 2023. And the early bird special offering is the Cobra Hiss Tactician figure. So if you're lucky, if you can get the
It's already happened.
Tactician figure.
Yeah, it's already been
happened?
done. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Everybody that gets this is getting
Did I
that
miss the
figure.
picture of the cockpit? 'Cause that's what we call Travis's mouth.
Oh. That's why the Baroness can't drive it, because it's called a cockpit.
Okay.
I want to see the movie about Baroness where she wasn't taken seriously by all the male people.
She was so fucking hot in the
like-
Joe movie, man.
I would like to drive the Hiss tank. No, you can't get in because it's called a cockpit. And then she shoots him in the
face.
Yeah, I want to see that and be like, oh, the struggles.
And
Of,
then she looks at the next guy and waits for him to say something like that.
Anything you'd like to add?
we do not handle sexism in Cobra.
Is Baroness Russian?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know. She talks kind of like that.
I think
Is
she
it-
was
was that
supposed to be,
Russian?
right?
It's not how I do my Russian. It's it's more German, isn't it? I don't know what that is.
I have no idea.
I don't either, man.
If I'm going
it's
to talk
really
Russian, I'm
offensive.
going to talk like this, no?
Tracksuit Mafia.
So, according to our chats here, it funded in 8 hours, now blowing through the stretch goals. So,
old man
apparently
Kyle's-
there was a tier 3 that was revealed this morning.
Did you see this, Steven?
I did not. I'm waiting to see it or hear about it.
Cockmaster? Somebody's got to take in all the cats. He's the only
What's
one
tier
called-
3, buddy?
I did send the tier 3 stuff to Cody. I don't know if he wants to bring it up or
Did
not.
we get missiles?
No problem.
They
It
showed a
doesn't
picture
come
of
with
missiles. Like, no, these like cannons.
There's cannons. Those already came.
Those already came.
That was tier 1 or 2, I think.
Yeah, those right there. Fucking badass. I'm excited about this.
Oh, so this thing was going to come naked unless it got freaking...
Yeah, well, not
Funded-
naked. It had a gun. It had the gun on the top.
Yeah, but now they're like, now it looks better.
Yes.
All you got to do is fund it, and we're going to put tracks on this tank.
No, just funding it got us the extra figure. Then we got to a tier where we got those cannons on those missile launchers on the side. And now what are we getting?
Tier 2 was the tier 2 was a new hatch kind of thing and some other, so you can make it look like the original Hiss.
Okay.
I think this is tier 3 now, and tier 3 will get you a female gunner.
Yeah.
Like a third figure?
Yeah.
Okay, God, thank you. I was
They're going to change it to a chick?
Yeah, because it came with the driver already. Then
And
it
the
came
tactician.
This is now the and she's like the gunner. Or
I thought they
something
turned
like
one of my guys into a girl, and I was like, I don't want to go backwards.
No, this now you're getting. If we get to the next one, you're gonna get a third figure with this.
Oh, this thing is fucking cool.
And I don't really know. Like I just showed Pete, and I mean we already kind of discussed it, but it's almost. It's just
1.5 times.
yeah. It's 12. We're at 12,000 backers. They
It's
needed
8,000. It's tough math. I get it.
They needed 8,000. This thing is just going to keep going. It literally has 43 days left.
Wow.
I mean,
You ate it.
I don't
his
care.
underwear just ate it, I think.
I'm not wearing any. That's the problem.
Ooh.
These shorts might be garbage.
do we don't. It's funded. It's happening. Steve, you've already ordered one.
Yes.
I'm going to order a few, obviously.
Yes.
Obviously.
Is this
Because
a
you're so into Joe's these days as I look around this room.
to sell? Do you feel like this is now okay? Let's just say it.
Then say it.
Star Wars just had this is the second HasLab that is open right now.
Right.
Okay. Reva's lightsaber.
Which that's the Reva's the third sister, right?
Yes.
Do they ever call her Reva in the show? I don't remember.
think so.
That's like with the circle and the double, the Darth Mauler.
Yep.
That you can split and you can play drums with and all that, right?
Yes.
Sex toy.
Not funded. It's been out for a while. And
It's lame.
I-
Nobody cares about Reva.
I think the weapon's cool as shit.
I don't.
The
even-
weapon it's a typical Inquisitor weapon.
But would you? But I think doing a lightsaber is just a bad move anyway.
Doing a lightsaber is a bad move. Doing a
had it been-
lightsaber on a brand new character that nobody has a lot of attachment to is even a worse move.
Yeah.
You know,
Hit him in the nostalgia bone, baby.
yeah.
That's my question. Had it been a Luke saber, would that have got funded?
It would. I think it would have had to have been something that is original trilogy, and I don't know much about this lightsaber.
What it does or anything?
I don't.
Yeah.
It needs a gimmick.
Yeah.
Like-
it needs to do something that the ones you already have don't do.
Yeah, that FX can't do.
Yeah.
I have a question. Totally off topic, but totally on pace for me. Was that actually Hayden Christensen in the Vader suit with the cracked open helmet?
Yes.
Okay. I thought it was. I just was curious.
Yes.
Yeah,
Which was cool.
Yeah, I thought so.
so that lightsaber, according to Maverick here, is $500, and it's only at 26% funded. Has 8 days left.
No fucking way.
There's no way it's happening.
It's going the way of the Cookie Monster, man.
I had a couple of our listeners reach out to me and said that after the Hiss tank came out, the numbers actually went down on the saber.
People pulled their money.
People backed out. Yep. People backed out.
Plus, you've got all these freaking other companies making sabers that are badass.
Yeah.
And that are more screen accurate than a lot of the ones that have come out by FX. How much was the Reva one again?
500.
500.
Yeah.
I paid less for my Luke Skywalker one that comes with a blade you can smack against a tree.
Yeah. How many times have you smacked it against a tree?
I haven't, but
But he could if he wanted.
but they
If we ever get attacked by the Oak Warriors
What have you smacked
from
it against?
Treelandia,
What have you smacked it against?
Courtney's ass. Yeah, Leia, call me Luke.
And so there was I mean, you've got all
got my
these
pheromones all
great
over that
companies that have different sound cards in them, and you can do all this stuff, and it's like that's in that price range already.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, but
don't get
the one that you bought is like super high end,
yeah,
and it wasn't as much as this HasLab one.
it was about 500. It was about the same. So
James Meal has a great one here.
Who?
James. Who's one of our local guys. He said, I'm so glad this funded quickly. He's a huge Joe guy. He goes, I'm even happier that this is the second time that a Joe HasLab has funded when at the same time a Star Wars lab failed.
What was the first one?
The Sky Striker, but it was for 4-inch.
Oh, okay.
that was up against the Rancor, right?
Yeah.
And the Rancor didn't get funded.
Yes. I honestly though, there's a lot of decision making that's going on. So the tiers, okay. So the Hiss tank, tier 1, awesome, okay.
Yeah.
Tier 2, not really great, but okay. Tier 3, another figure. I mean, awesome.
Yeah, but
Okay.
but if you think about it, if the people that may have been pissed that it was different than what they were expecting, everybody else got it to tier 2. They saw, oh, I can make it look like this, and then they jumped in. Might have been brilliant too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think you got to have a couple tiers that are kind of. Yeah, every tier can't be a home run.
Right.
I mean, it just can't. They're trying to make money. I don't know, $300 for a Hiss tank. When it first popped, a lot of people were really kind of upset about that price point.
Well, you're dealing with an iconic vehicle. Okay.
Top 5.
just like early G.I. Joe, but was there a long time, was heavily shown in all the cartoons. I mean, this is the Hiss tank, the original iconic Hiss tank. If you were to say what, I'm trying to think of a more iconic Cobra vehicle you could pick.
Right.
I don't know what it would be.
The Razorback wheel thing.
So, so you know, you've got
That's the one I remember.
in a line that doesn't really have much for vehicles right now, except a couple of motorcycles.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you're making it badass. You're packing it with exclusive figures. It's smart. And then on the flip side, on the Star Wars side, they give us a lightsaber to a character that's brand new and no one cares about yet. I don't think Reva will ever be cared about that much, even though I think they probably will try to jam her own series down our throat.
I don't know.
Been talk of it.
I understand if they do.
I hope they don't, because
might
I don't think it would be good for Star Wars.
Yeah, but if it's in its own little story, if it's in its own little...
No, because people are going to hate it,
Oh, yeah.
and then there's going to be a bunch of controversy, and it's just more Star Wars division. Because she was a character that a lot of people, I know there's a lot, I don't hate her character, but I don't see this.
Buzzbore.
It's nothing I want to see a series on.
I totally agree. I have no interest. With that said, if it's written really well and they do a good job with it, then I will like it.
I might like it.
Yeah, but I'm not. I'm definitely not asking for it.
Not asking for it.
No. I would not. I was not asking.
Sounds
for
like anal. Well, I wasn't asking for it, but I kind of like it.
I wasn't asking for it, but I thought I'd give it a shot.
Right.
Turns out it's pretty good.
Didn't hate it.
I mean, I don't care if I ever do it again, but if I find myself in a position where I'm, doing it, I might just be like, okay, this is what we're doing.
It's pleasurable all around, really.
I'm talking about the show, guys,
Yes.
not anal.
Obviously.
So are you guys hearing any drama with the Hiss tank?
I
Only
haven't
from
heard
Old Man
anything.
Kyle. Only from Old Man Kyle.
What was his bitches?
Too expensive.
Yeah.
No one's gonna buy that. This is like an hour before it got funded on the first day it was open. There's gonna be no flipping. There's no room to flip here. Bullshit. This will be $800.
Could you imagine if you were a toy collector who had just now rekindled the love? You see this Hiss tank or something or the Sentinel or something rekindles your love for toys, and you're like, holy shit, I'm back in, I'm coming, and then all of a sudden you like see the price tag on toys.
This has got to be like what, $30? Fucking holy!
It was 30 when I first bought it. I bet it's probably at least 42 now. So
The sticker shock has got to be terrifying.
Yeah.
Or awesome. Because especially early on in my toy collecting days, I got this sickness where if something's really high priced, I just think, well, that's got to be the best then. I can't miss out on that.
Right.
That's something someone else won't have. They're not crazy enough to spend that money, but I am.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have that thing, and that's gonna. If it wouldn't be $300 if it wasn't worth $300. That's a sickness.
That is a sickness. Yeah.
that's not even your most concerning sickness.
It's like when I got into classics, and I was like, it seemed like 2 days after they released Fisto. One of the first classics figures I wanted was Fisto, and I was like, fuck. First I was like, oh fuck, these things are $30 or 27 at the time, or 25. Holy shit, $25 for a figure, that's too expensive for one. But then I find out you can't even buy them because I'm not in a subscription right now, and I'm too late for the subscription, and day of sale shit just sells out immediately. So now I'm fucked. I have to go to eBay and buy everything at that time for $40 to $50, and then I'm like, I'm gonna find my favorite figure, Fisto. Holy fuck, he's $100.
Yeah.
But he must be worth it if people are paying that.
If
I
people
got
are
it.
paying it, I gotta have it then. Yeah. Nope. That's why I don't have a Fisto.
Well, now he's what, $300?
Probably.
Something. Yeah. I'm like,
Yeah.
well, just throw up my hands.
Yeah.
Might as well sell all my classics.
Yeah.
Can't have all the ones I want. Fuck them.
You still haven't though.
No, not yet. I mean, they're really cool, but like,
They're so
yeah,
cool.
it's like, fuck.
They're so cool. Yeah. I don't know. This is a cool thing, and I'm excited for what it means for the future of G.I. Joe.
I'm excited, and I don't get people that are like saying, the few people I've heard that are like it's too overpriced. There's a lot of threads in our own support group where people are like it's too much money.
Look at the Thunder Tank.
The Thunder Tank is $500 for one.
What was the Party Wagon?
So it's $1,000 for two? Jesus.
Party Wagon was up there.
Party
At
Wagon's
least.
$400.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, then they had two of them, one for NECA and one for Super
The
7.
Razor Crest
yeah,
was $350.
yep.
More than this.
Slave one, bitch.
No, not Slave One. You can't say that. That's racist. It's Boba Fett ship. And so this is 19 inches long. Now, granted, the Razor Crest is longer by like I think it's close to 10 inches. It was almost like 29. So it is quite long.
Yep.
But you get like a 3 3/4 figure. Of
Oh,
boat,
yeah.
and you get, and it's $50 more.
Yeah.
No one balked at that. That one funded pretty fast, if I remember right. That one was a pretty
Yeah,
good.
but 3 3/4 guys are nuts.
True. You know, the weird thing, the Razor Crest was so popular, too. I
Yeah.
mean, it was just so popular. And then
Until the show
And
came
as-
out and ruined everything.
And as soon as it funded, they blew it up on TV.
and they blew it up. The only, you know, when you start to look at these kind of things, the fact that they're throwing, and I know I'm a piece of shit. I totally understand this, okay? The figures, even if you just take the figures and flip them, the figures will sell for $50 each, okay?
If not more.
So now you're getting 3 of those figures. You're paying $300. That's $150 you could just make off the figures, like you said. If not more. You know, so like when you start to look at this, I know it's expensive. I know, but man, it really for what they're ended up giving you, it's not.
HasLab is meant to be for the expensive taste.
Yeah, that's why they do it.
It's what it's meant to be.
And they're cutting their profits by building these things in.
Yeah,
You know?
but they get more people to buy.
Right, but because at the end of the day, if you're charging X amount of dollars to make your nut, well, you're not charging people more money as you add this value. And I'm
No.
sure there's some sort of formula maybe in the onset where they bump it a smidge to try and compensate for that. But at this point, it's a volume game. You know, if we're going to give people the extras, we've got to get
sell
it
a
up
bunch.
there, you know?
Yep.
I just think it's a tragedy. Not this is not a tragedy. It's just a tragedy that they don't seem to know what to do with Star Wars.
It is weird. It's very weird.
Star Wars should be a slam dunk every fucking time.
It's very strange because Star Wars it is a slam dunk every time, right?
think-
It's been forever.
You think people would rather have figures than like cosplay?
Oh, yeah.
Weapons and
No,
shit?
yes.
But what else can you do?
Yeah.
I mean, what you say?
They should make a
well,
Leia
Luke's
pocket
lightsaber.
pussy.
Fucking Luke's.
No, I understand. It's been made.
Yeah, you know.
Leia
6
pocket
inch.
pussy. I'm telling you.
Layup. This was made from Carrie Fisher, a mold of Carrie Fisher's
Yes.
vagina.
After she
And
died.
it's funny. It's actually molded.
Died.
Did you guys know that Carrie Fisher actually voices Peter Griffin's boss at Pawtucket
Yes,
Brewery?
I did.
I just found that out the other day.
So, Jesus, that's bad. Sorry, Carrie Fisher. Rest in peace.
Yeah. She would have enjoyed it.
She would have. She'd have cracked up with that.
Yep.
She was crazy. And high. She was.
A lot of drugs.
I don't know where I was going. I was gonna say something, but I forgot.
Were we gonna talk about some other toy drama? What you got?
The toy drama I got is a little extensive, and I think a few people at this table might have some strong opinions on it. To set the stage, the Horsemen have revealed that All-Stars 5 is going to come out at the end of this month, okay, July.
It's gonna be. It's not gonna come out.
No, I'm sorry.
Go up for pre-order, right? Right.
Yep, go up for pre-order. Sorry. As this month goes on, there are going to be reveals of what figures are going to be in All-Star 5. They have said there is going to be Motu tribute figures. There is also going to be new figures as well.
Fuck yeah, there is.
Yep.
I'm failing to see the drama.
Yeah. Where's it?
So the Horsemen have said they are going to have some of these reveals on podcasts and YouTube channels, and it's going to be like a month-long thing that these things are going to happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
And the drama.
Why not my podcast?
okay, I could see that. You know, I could
What?
see that. It's people saying that kind of
Why
stuff.
not my podcast?
Yeah.
Why not my podcast? Why not my podcast?
Release it on mine.
Because you have 4 listeners and you don't talk about anal. Shut up. Touche. How many times have you referenced Carrie Fisher's pussy? Dead pussy at that.
We have 42 people live. Have we ever had that many?
No.
I don't think
That's fucking amazing.
That's why you're not getting a goddamn figure reveal.
I don't think
We're not
are,
gonna-
actually. So.
I don't think we're gonna get one because we're vulgar as shit. I mean, we are the official 4th horseman, but still, we're fucked up.
Something wrong with us.
Trevor goes, "Oh boy, here we go." So, did I do a good enough job laying the
You're doing
groundwork?
good, Lane.
Yes.
I'm with
Okay.
you.
Okay.
I'm with you.
So,
Yeah, Steve, finish it. Let's finish strong.
So this is the platform they're going to use to do this, and it's just, hey, you're going to get reveals, so you're going to have a kind of idea what's going on.
How dare you?
Brings
So-
attention to these other sites as well.
Have they announced who the people are going to be? Because I'd like to take some guesses.
They have.
Okay.
You go ahead.
I have no idea, so I'm going to throw some guesses
I'm
out
shocked. I'm shocked you have no
I-
idea.
there. I obviously Mythic Conversations is going to get one.
Well, don't you have a list in front of you?
I actually don't have the list.
Oh, I
in front
thought.
of me. That's not part of my
I
drama.
thought he was handling. I thought he was. So he pulls his phone in.
Mythic
yeah, right
well,
here.
don't look.
Mythic Conversations is going to get one. Legion's Lounge is going to get one. Pixel Dan is going to get one. Legion's Cast will get nothing, probably, except for that fart smart. Maybe they'll give an homage one to Potu. Maybe, huh? No,
Probably not. What about Legion's cast?
that's what I just said.
Oh, you
were
did?
too
Okay.
busy shitting
I was
your
too
pants
busy laughing at
in
my
Steve's
fart.
mouth.
Pixel Dan is gonna get one. Pause.
All right, go on. You're working really hard to set the stage, and I think there might be a point, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, shut up.
I'm having a stroke.
That's why you turn that way.
So, in the Mythic Legions Cabal,
Okay.
Okay.
3,000 plus members. We're all aware of what the Cabal is. Douglas Tupper.
Who's he? Tupperware distributor?
Hashtag dad joke. Get him, Katie.
He's like, hear that burp? You know it's fresh.
I have no idea why we're not getting a figure reveal. Douglas Tupper, you That burp is the hymen tearing, just so you know. That's how you know it's right.
But is it tearing on both sides or just one and flapping like curtains? You guys never answered me.
I don't know. I have zero experience in that, even though I brag about it constantly. So I guess I don't know.
Oh, fuck.
All right. So in the Mythic Legions Cabal, 3,000 members.
Really quick, I just remembered.
Jesus.
Nerdzoic, Toy Bro, Legion's Lair, D Amazing, Legion's Cast, Mr. Allen, and then Toy Hype.
Okay, I have not heard of any of those motherfuckers.
Well, you're a founding member of Legion's Cast. So that's fun.
Well, obviously Legion's Cast, and I know Legion's Lounge. The other ones, I have no idea who they are.
They're YouTube. I would say they're YouTube channels that have promoted. They definitely promote Mythic Legions.
I've heard of Toy Hype USA. They go on the website. Is that the same? I would assume.
Toy
Maybe.
Hype. You.
Well, congratulations to all those podcasts
Yep.
and
so what's the drama?
YouTubers.
And it's not their podcast.
So
The
D-
drama.
So Douglas Tupper.
took time away from his Tupperware business, and
Can I guess the drama?
can I real quick just also? I want to make sure we're aware of this.
Sorry.
Douglas Tupper is a member of My Wife Is Gonna Kill Me support group.
Awesome.
He has been around.
Douglas Tupper is one of our boys.
He has been around
She
for
should be laughing with us then.
he has been around for a long time.
He knows
Okay?
what this is.
Are you ready?
I am.
Douglas Tupper posts in the Cabal. I'm not a fan of the Hasbro approach they are taking with the release of the All-Stars. They already know that they have our money. The Horsemen could have just revealed everything a week before launch instead of going to the influencers.
Okay.
Or each grouping a week up to pre-sale.
Sorry.
I just had to get this out because it annoyed me. I know the Horsemen care about their customers, but after reading what was planned for product information release, and it pissed me off that they would go to the same direction as a large corporation that doesn't give a flying sh about its customers would go. Okay, I said my piece. I have vented. No ill will was meant to anyone. I said earlier, I'm not excited with the approach they're using.
First and foremost, that is one of the most respectful disagreements with somebody doing something ever. Now, here's the problem with that. Because he has an opinion, people are going to shit on him, because that's what happens when you have an opinion regardless of what it is.
Yep.
He very openly said, hey, I don't like this. I just wanted everybody to know that. This is my opinion. I thought he handled it really well. Now, I'm assuming the Olivers of the world disagree. Cyberbully. So...
Can't do it. Just can't do it.
Dude, I cyberbully like I break hymens constantly. It's just one of those things.
That one time, anyway.
It's to the point now where he has to make up stories to try to get me. Like, he can't even get me on merit. This is pathetic.
That's what I'm talking about.
So what's the drama, Steve?
I got a phone call.
From Douglas Tupper?
No, it was from work. I'm sorry. I don't know what he bitched about. I don't know what his
He doesn't like how they're spreading out the reveals. He thinks that's like big toy corporation.
And that they went to influencers. They're going to the influencers.
But what's wrong with that? Just because Hasbro does it?
No, he personally doesn't like it. It's just his opinion on. He doesn't think this is the right approach. Hey, give it all to us. You know we're going to buy this stuff. Let us have it all at once. Is how I took that.
So what he's asking for, he just wants them to put a post out that says these are all the figures
There's
that are
going to
coming.
be no vote though.
The votes happened.
The votes happened.
We've all voted.
When did we vote?
This happened a couple months ago.
Oh, okay.
They've been putting this
Who won the
off.
vote?
We're
don't
gonna
know
find
yet.
out.
Oh, we don't know yet.
Well, they've told us one, haven't they?
Which one?
Oh my gosh.
I thought they did.
Romulus.
Yes.
Oh, they're bringing back Romulus?
Thank God.
So
Wish I would have known.
just
I would've
explain this
voted
to me.
for him.
He wants them to just put a thing up that says this is what we're offering.
Yep.
But they're going to do that.
Of course.
So
But he
why
doesn't
not
want-
have a little fun with it?
That's not what he wants. Is all he's saying.
He just doesn't want to have fun.
He doesn't want the fun.
He does. Well, it's not that he doesn't want the fun. It's more fun for him to be able to take it all, sit down with the entire pizza, and just eat it versus just get a few ingredients over the next month to eventually make and eat a delicious pizza.
And I feel like he is. I'll read some comments.
Okay.
Please do.
Okay.
I would appreciate
Yep.
that, Travis.
Go ahead.
Been trying to get you to do this all along.
Sorry.
Yeah, why
Eric
don't you
Miller
take
says,
these
I'm not a huge fan of it either. I'd rather there just
Eric
be...
Miller, the customizer.
Yep.
Stupid talented.
Yep.
Has nothing to do with Tupperware.
I don't know if he wants to be identified like that. I mean, I'm sure he's a lot more to him than just customizing. He seems like a good guy.
I'd rather there just be one big reveal. But at the end of the day, I don't really see the difference it makes. It's certainly not anything to be upset about. You don't have to watch all those shows. You know they'll just get posted here immediately anyway.
Right, because of the freaking caballers, man. Oh, we got a super chat. If you want the reveals all at once, you can wait for the sale to Saki to go live. Nobody is making you watch all the individual reveals. Curtis Ackerman loves his Saki.
Anthony Houseel says this right here. You don't want to watch the community involvement shows? Cool. Then see it get posted here moments after it's announced. There's a few names that I have no idea who they are. I'll just wait to get it posted on the Cabal.
And I tell you right now, if Anthony House Seals watches any of them and doesn't just listen to them, I'm going to shit on his face. Because he's made it abundantly clear that he doesn't do video. Because he's OG.
Travis McClimicook says...
Travis McClinton lick.
I do hate having influencers middleman news updates.
I wonder why.
I
I feel like I'm weird because I guess you could consider us an influencers, especially
okay.
with Mythic Legions.
Are we?
With Mythic Legions, I think we are.
I'd say it's fair.
Okay.
Based on a loose definition, I think we absolutely are.
Okay.
So
Would Hasbro want us to be pushing their stuff? Like,
Yes.
do we have that much of an influence on Hasbro? Probably not. But the point is, I'm trying to make is, people will probably think I'm saying this just because I am an influencer of some sort. But even if I wasn't, I don't know why I'd be upset. I would enjoy this.
Because you like that, right? You like watching
I
the
do.
shows.
I guess because I like watching that stuff.
Yeah.
you like doing anything that you can where there's people around where you don't actually have to be around people. This is your bag,
It
baby.
is perfect.
Jennifer Sykes agrees with Curtis, and she didn't super chat, but she's got a super rack, so it counts. If I'm lying, I'm dying.
Jeremy Gerard jumps in.
Jennifer, when we meet, I just want you to know I'm interested more than your rack. In fact, I'm not interested in your rack at all.
Because boobs are just okay.
I would like to shake your hand.
I just want to have a meaningful conversation.
You know what? Actually, I'm respectful enough to where I'm going to give you the option.
I'm going to tell you what.
Handshake, high five, fist bump, hug, or just a polite nod. Because I don't want to do anything that would make you uncomfortable.
There will be no reason for you to look at me and say my eyes are up here, and I will have no reason for to say the same for you. Because I don't want you pickle gazing.
But it's a classic.
It's a real snap to it.
Jeremy Gerard jumps in and says, by influencers, you mean the group of actual Legions fans who have supported the line for years, who get to now be part of the fun? It's not like we contacted the Kardashians to do a post here. We reached out to people who love this line and are already a huge part of this community.
Who said this?
Jeremy Gerard.
Nice.
Old Jeremy Gerard.
I agree with Jeremy.
Curtis didn't super chat this one, but it's worth mentioning because he's Curtis and he's awesome. If it weren't for Steve, he wouldn't be collecting Mythic Legions, so he says Steve definitely is an influencer. So,
Very true. Kyle Sodergren says, community is what built this line. Let the community be part of the reveal process.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure Jefferson Starship built this city, but whatever.
I see zero problems with this approach.
Built this city on cock and balls, man.
Say they built it on rock and roll, though.
I always said cock to blow.
Oh, that works.
Built
too.
this city on cock to blow.
Yeah. I like it.
How old were you when you were singing that?
Last year.
Right after it was right after Me Man.
I first heard it after.
Dennis Derby goes, Carl, what part of the community, though?
Who's Carl?
Carl's the one that said community is what built this line.
Oh.
And Dennis
What
said,
community?
which part of the community, though?
Multiple parts of the community. That's why there's multiple different podcasts and areas to being used.
To me, I mean, it
Is
builds.
what I think,
it
but-
builds hype. It also shines a light on these people that have been, supporting their line.
It's support back.
Right, and if maybe somebody hasn't seen toy hype or whatever it is, and they go, oh well, I'll check it out, see the reveal, and they go,
Exactly.
oh, I dig these guys, so
Exactly. That I like that.
kind of
Jared,
watching
good job.
each other's back.
Right.
Mario Bagula says, I have no idea why everyone is acting like Kim Kardashian here. The Four Horsemen are helping out these guys by allowing them to showcase a figure to drive traffic to their channel. I have no problem with the scattered approach. The alternative would have been a single reveal day of the pre-order. People are complaining because they are getting mini releases throughout the month rather than one reveal at the end of the month. Next thing you know, people are going to complain because they didn't get a custom figure of themselves made for the next wave.
Yeah. Kane just walked in. Hey,
I
Kane,
totally got that.
your earrings, they're beautiful.
Thank you.
They're very pretty. Very pretty. You look really
Did you
nice.
just say he
tonight.
looks majestic?
Well, I'm his son. You
Like
should know better.
Like a mythical creature?
Were you channeling your dad on that one? You see a dude with earrings and you got to say something to him?
Yes. My dad taught me well.
Honestly, he wasn't channeling you because you never would have used the word like majestic. So
True.
wow, yeah, my son's earrings look they look magistic. So that's cool.
Come back when you put the rest of your makeup on.
I'll come back with a full face on just
Kids nowadays.
Kids, yeah. They
Well-
just now started putting earrings in their ears.
Oh, yeah. Walter said, thanks for sharing your opinion. Douglas said, I love the Horsemen in the community. I had an itch I couldn't scratch, and I needed a vent. Thank you.
That's what,
I guess if you want everything all at once, like a lot of people do, we're in the information age where we want everything fucking right now. I mean, I guess I get that.
All right, Tupper, you are entitled to your opinion, but I don't understand it.
I think I understand it, but I just
all,
am not.
all personal preference.
Yeah.
I'm not going to watch any of this stuff, and I'm probably not even going to pay that much attention to everybody trying to be the first to throw a quick screen grab up to be the guy
Right.
who intentionally went out of their way to screw over the places that were hand selected by the Horsemen to do the unveil to put it in the Cabal so people didn't have to go to those other places.
Right.
That's the part that irritates me the most out of all this. When all is said and done, the people in the Cabal are going to make it. We're community, Cabal above all. But then the Horsemen select these people to have this stuff, and then that same community ruins what they're trying to build because they just post it all in the Cabal anyways.
Right.
Honestly, if I were the Horsemen, I'd be like, hey, guess what? Nobody shares this shit. If you want it, this is where you've got to go. It's not allowed in the Cabal. Boom. That's what I'd do.
I don't think they'll do that, but
I don't think they'll do it either. But
That's what Pete, the leader of the Four Horsemen, would do.
Dre Velez says someone doesn't like foreplay.
And Steve was like, you're goddamn right I don't. I don't have time for that. My foreplay is painting heads. I paint a head, I get some head. I paint a head, I get some head.
Painting the head while I'm getting some head.
My foreplay is don't move.
Get ready.
I'm lining it up.
He's texted. I'm turning on to. I almost said your road name. I'm turning on to our street now.
Oh,
It's foreplay.
don't move.
Don't.
Legion of Valorverse.
Let me handle this.
For those of us who weren't able to attend, and those who did and wanted to refresh the experience, there's Action Force Joe Fest panel at 2022. We should probably figure out. We should go to Joe Fest sometime. At least, yeah. Figure out maybe.
I've been to Joe Con, but that
Yeah, this is there's no more Joe Con, so Joe Fest is kind of what it is.
right.
And you know, people, there's some comments going on here, but there was one that caught my attention.
Good.
Adam Bradley Freeman,
Oh, longtime listener of the show. Nah.
ABF.
My wife's gonna kill me. Mega fan.
Also, props to Bobby in the video for confirming that the 2%er heavily worked on the 2 of the 3 best-selling items in the line.
Is he the 2%?
Yeah.
He is the 2%.
So he's saying that in
in the video, Bobby must have made mention to
ABF.
and I didn't watch the video, so I can't comment for sure on that. But that's what I'm gathering from this.
It seems highly unlikely to me, but possible, I guess.
Eddie Menhelero says, "You did great. You did a great job on them, Mr. 2%." Adam goes, "Thanks. I'm not mad at Bobby. The phrasing could have been better." So he's still upset that Bobby.
I feel like ABF should start his own YouTube channel.
Don't you think?
Yeah.
Oh,
He should
yeah.
get
He's got a
himself
lot
out there.
Yeah, he's got a lot of opinions, and
Tons of opinions.
he's very confident in himself. And
His ability to take a selfie is poor.
that might be true, but video will solve that problem.
So Analog Toys jumps in. Says, "Adam, this is Bobby.
Uh-oh.
So you want me to mention everyone? Question mark.
So I'm taking that he didn't mention
guess
him,
as
and
he
he's
didn't, yes.
being
Yes.
he's
Yep.
being rhetorical.
Okay, so you, the sculptor that had to, he said you, comma, the sculptor that had to fix all of your work, comma, other sculptors working on them, comma, how about the 3D printer that prints and casts the parts? What about the China engineers who fix things for tooling? How about the assembly line workers that pack them up? Who is special? Where do you draw the line? You gripe about credit for things, but who else gives this credit? Hasbro? Mattel? Question mark. ABF says, I mean, you credited the artists on the packaging, but the whole 2% thing is a joke I've adopted because I actually like you. Look around at the continuous praise I heap on you. I'm not going to talk about things you went on that went on behind closed doors because that's not the professional way of doing business in this industry.
But I will bring it up that I could. This thinly veiled threat I have.
I will say for myself that it's the only line I've worked on where my work ever had any issues, and still to this day.
God.
It was mentioned in a good-natured rib, Bobby. Not everyone is out to attack you, and some of us actually like you.
That's not a good nature.
He says things. He gets called out. He backpedals. He's like Pete.
He's just like Pete.
You know when Pete comes in some mornings and he just starts ripping us for something? You parked in the wrong, and I'm on high, and then we're like, Pete, calm down. He's like, oh, just kidding. He does it fucking all the time. ABF does the same shit.
100% correct. Can't argue that.
As for bringing up Mattel, of all companies, and Hasbro, who you know are two of the worst companies in the industry for artists' rights, dating as far back as the 60s, and probably earlier, come on, man. That's just silly to use that as reasoning. It took the comic industry how long to properly recognize talent properly, not to mention the game industry.
Properly.
I mean Mark Taylor, my personal mentor and friend.
Jesus, here we go.
Jesus Christ.
Doesn't get the proper credit he truly deserves, and he created fucking He-Man.
I think wherever Mark Taylor is, he is pissed.
Mark Taylor is trying
Every
to
time
figure
he
out
says
to find
something-
a necromancer to come back from the dead to shit on fucking ABF.
I mean, he's got Rebecca, Mark Taylor's wife. Like, she thinks he is the bee's knees.
Does she? She hasn't caught on yet?
Not yet, no.
Okay, because I haven't seen...
Because all he does is praise her, which, I mean, if you're only getting praise from somebody, yeah, all right, I'm cool, you're cool with me.
Right.
But, like, the second, if she says something that he doesn't like, he's going to turn on her, and then she's going to realize that, he's not really the greatest person in the entire world.
Also, to be fair, Bobby, I've printed the work I did myself, and I was working on it, and it worked totally fine on a Mars resin printer back in 2019. So I still, to this day, am not sure what is up with that. Now that we've laid that all out on the table, fantastic presentation today, and I only wish you continued success on the line, man.
He's constantly burning bridges and then quickly rebuilding them as fast
It's
as
like
he can.
punching
not
somebody in the
rebuilding.
face while you're
by
giving him a
himself.
blowjob.
He's rebuilding them with the burnt product.
I don't even think he's a real person. He's an alien.
Maybe. He lives in Michigan. We should go visit
So
him.
he says.
And last but not least, Darnell Goodwin posted in Vintage Toys and Action Figures, picked up some awesome toys from Retromania Collectibles, Toys and Nostalgia, and he hooked up my girlfriend with this cool Halo mask, and she's in love with it. And I just am going to give you guys just a quick...
Jesus.
Oh, yeah, I saw this.
Yeah, quick... and the guy...
Oh, yeah. I checked this out.
Yep.
She's got a copper kid between her thighs.
Yep.
Why?
So it's girls on the bed, on her hands and knees. Cody, can I send you this picture just to get this one put on there? Just, it don't have to be quick or anything, but whenever you get a chance.
Whatever. Yeah.
This is the same thing I get pissed off about hot rod magazines.
Get out of the way. I can't see the car, you dumb bitch.
Exactly. This guy pours his heart and soul and money into making this car badass. And what do? They put a girl in front of it. Like she had anything to do with the car. You can get Playboy for that. You can get swimsuit magazines if you want to look at girls. I want to see the car or the motorcycle. I want to the same thing here. I want to see the toys. Get your covered up cooch out of the way.
Well, I mean, technically the toys are in front of the cooch.
Yeah, you can see the toys really well in this picture.
And it's supposed to be showcasing the mask that she likes.
Yes.
So you can see the mask clearly.
It's all a stupid way to show off some.
So Steve's not a fan. Jeremy,
whatever.
you see a post like this, are you in or what?
Do you, man?
Yeah.
I'm not offended by it.
Right.
It's a little cheap move, but I'm not offended by it.
Peter?
I don't understand why this is constantly drama.
Cody?
It's dumb, he says.
It's dumb.
I love this person. I absolutely love this person. It combined my two favorite toys in the whole world.
Boobs.
It's a great crossover.
Toys.
Boobs and toys. I'm a fan. Definitely a fan. All right, that wraps up Toy Drama.
Did you try to say vitriol earlier?
No, I think that's happening.
Just shelve it.
Vitriol. And Curtis Ackerman said trebuchet. Boom. Heard that one way too many times to get messed up on that one. Fuck off, Curtis.
Fuck off.
Oh, are these just words they're trying to get you to say?
I do love it. Though.
No, I think these are names he's pronouncing that are wrong.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
see, that's what
Is
I
my
thought at
assumption.
first.
Thank you for the $2. So, yeah. I would have probably called that a trebuchet.
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 Butt itch.
Yep. Oh, and there was some drama in the Wasteland. I forgot to screenshot that. Sorry, fans and friends.
Check it out if you want. Mm-hmm. Can't bring it all to you.
No, the Wasteland was pretty entertaining because Curtis and Lou, two of our guys, kind of went at it a little bit, which was entertaining.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, they're
I saw a
talking
little
right
bit.
now in the chat.
Yeah, perfect.
Like,
Are
with
they
each
fighting
other.
or are they just talking?
I think there's LOLs happening, so I think
that's
okay. Oh, and Curtis is actually, he says, wow, no me and Lou in Wasteland. And Lou says Wasteland doesn't rank, Curtis. I guess not.
Curtis was pissed at me too because the Obi-Wan review, we didn't read everybody's reviews that they wrote on and I'm like, dude, it was a contest. We picked one. He's like, yeah, but there was only 5 or 6. You could have read them all. I'm like, Jesus Christ, I had to sit here and listen to these guys argue.
We
for
were like, we
3
had like
hours
2.5 hours and some shit. And I was,
about dumb stuff.
yeah, well, Travis didn't really want to talk about it. I'm going to give a, he says he's going to do Obi-Wan like we did the Masters of the Universe stuff.
Uh-huh.
So I'm thinking he's going to like read like step by step what happened in there.
That'd take too long.
He's like a sentence like, Obi-Wan finds himself in trouble. What'd you guys think of this episode? Like, there was multiple things I wanted to bitch about that I forgot because it was so random. Like,
So it's my job to make you remember stuff?
I was like Leia fucking knowing how to rewire a fucking electric door and shit. I wanted to bitch about that, and I totally forgot it even happened.
Because he didn't bring it up.
It was so vague.
I think these guys were a little bit scoffy when I literally watched the episodes and was saying every fucking thing that was happening, which took a long fucking time.
Too long.
But as soon when
It
you
helps
do that,
set the stage
yeah.
so
When
fucking
you
dumbass over here could remember
Yeah,
stuff.
when you go over everything in real time, you boom, okay, let's talk about that thing that happened. So
You should have had a list.
Oh, this is your responsibility. He's trying to get out of the entertainment shows. That Travis,
to get out of
we
it.
always make Travis in charge of. Hey, maybe you
I
take
had-
that over now.
If you expect I'm going to write down a whole thing of list, Steve's going to be upset about this. There was a woman walked through the back panel of the
He literally
screen.
read the Netflix definition of the episode,
I did. I couldn't find anything.
which they leave intentionally vague because they don't want to spoil
because
the
they don't
episode.
spoil it. They don't go into details.
I'm sorry. You can run it the next time, Steven. I'll move the dial from 5 to 7 and back to 5.
I haven't even touched it today, so
Wow.
there you go.
Holy shit, Travis is going to blow this up. Everybody knows it's 7 to 5 back to 7. Thanks, UPS guy. I got nothing. Stevie,
I got a lot.
get it.
Get it, homeboy.
Stevie Wonder. I wonder how many toys he brought just to showcase the one that he just bought.
None. But I just wanted to show off.
Don't believe it.
Oh.
I got a Mythic Legion a while ago, but I just opened it.
Oh, did you?
That I never had, and I just wanted to give some Mythic Legions love. This figure, first time I've had her out.
Here comes the hammer.
So it's not a new figure. It's not even new to Steven. And he didn't get it recently from UPS. This is the perfect
No, it's
segment
new
for
to
this
me.
figure.
It's new to me. I got this from.
At Legions Con in November of last year. Yes,
No,
you're right.
Jeremy Gerard helped me out with this. Came in the mail. It is. What is her name? Not
Gadriel.
Gadriel. Is it? Yeah, probably.
If I can.
She's hot. Beautiful figure. Do you even have this one open, Trav, somewhere?
I don't. She's on my open shelf, and she's beautiful. I love the color. She is a beautiful figure.
When we were at ToyCon, New Jersey, when we were for Legions Con, remember we went to the toy show?
Yep.
The Horseman apparently had her on the table,
Yep.
and
That's where I bought her.
you got her.
Don't let her.
Nice. I missed her. I heard she was there. I went over there. She was sold out. Pissed. Anyways, I mean, we all know what we're looking at here, but
I
She's
love
a
the
beautiful
I
figure.
love the head sculpt on this and those colors. I just love how they pop. Oh geez.
So we've got painted up Conan the Barbarian here from Super 7. This figure's been out and in people's hands for a while now. But I just got him because he sat in my pile of loot for a very long time. And, you know, he's got one hell of an oversized sword, but this might be the best Arnold they've done from Super 7.
It's pretty cool.
You face wise, you mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Couple of different heads. That's the one I chose.
When they're twisted like that, it gives them these weird back fat wing things.
It
though.
does. But I view him from the front, so you can't see it too much.
Yeah, the pussy's just knocking down the door in the twisted.
So, and then obviously with this comes maybe the meow.
It's like I hate this. Why?
Comes maybe the real beauty of this wave, which is Thulsa Doom in his like ceremonial robes. When that version of Arnold breaks into their big orgy thing, and he's just beautiful. It's a great embodiment of James Earl Jones.
I loved how they got him. Obviously, he did the voice in Obi-Wan, which I thought was super cool.
Yes, you did.
Very cool. Looks a lot like him. They nailed his face. Not so much with the old Andre the Giant, but you know, is what it is.
Interesting. So yeah, another piece that came out that is pretty cool. Now that figure, obviously we all know in the iconic role, turns into a snake. The James Earl Jones figure. So there is a snake head that you can put on him. But the cool thing is if you don't choose to use that snake head, they give you this little shot of the snake crawling out of his headdress when he fully transforms, and you can just kind of set that on the floor of your detail for wherever you put it to kind of signify that transformation.
Sweet.
Pretty bummed because I haven't seen any pre-orders for new characters, and I want Bushotee, and I want Valeria, and I want I can't think of his name, the wizard. I want more characters from this, and I'm assuming since Super 7 is usually jamming pre-orders down our throats 4 waves behind where they're actually, or 4 waves ahead of where they're actually delivering, and we've got this in hand with no pre-orders on the docket, I'm assuming they're probably not going to continue this line,
I think it's dead.
which sucks because there's characters I would really like to have. But anyway, one more figure I was able to get newly in my hands.
Ooh.
Now that's a purty one.
How?
David Bond hooked me up,
Nice.
and I'm guessing he was just at Joe Fest.
Yeah.
So I probably picked this up there. I don't know if Bobby had him on his table,
It wouldn't surprise me.
or if somebody else. It wouldn't surprise me if someone else had that either. But this is, oh my god,
Very, very popular.
it's an automated thing.
Was this I can't remember, was it a BotCon exclusive?
I believe it was
Okay.
a BotCon exclusive.
Just the green color, is that the green and blue
Yep.
being the difference?
Yep. I think there's a little different with the, I don't have that one here.
Yeah, I was
That's
gonna
right.
say,
Yep.
There's a yellow guy up there, but that ain't it.
Nah, it's the Mezco one, yeah.
Super cool. I really love. He looks badass, and I read his bio, which I've never really done before, and it's kind of cool because you can Arnie build these guys, obviously, but they are hard to get a hold of. But when you read his bio, it says that there's one of these embedded in every like battalion or maybe squad. I don't know what word they used. There's a huge difference between a squad and a battalion, but anyways, there's one of these guys embedded in there. And for whatever he brings to the table, I think it's like intelligence or something. So it's kind of cool because it makes sense if you've got a bunch of the regular swarm, but then you got one of these guys in there. They
Yeah.
wrote that into the bio that would be how it works, which I think is pretty cool.
That is smart. How much?
Free.
Those are I mean, that's
It's a good price.
and that's a hard
It
one
wasn't
to get.
free. I made a deal to paint some heads for him.
Gotcha. That's a hard get, I
Pay
think.
some heads for who?
David Bond. He sent some heads with it that I'm painting for him
Nice.
to cover whatever
Nice.
that was.
Yeah, perfect.
So
Are those heads mythic? Are they
Mythic.
Okay.
Oh, they're all. I think they're all action figure customs
Gotcha.
heads.
But they are going to probably be mythic stuff. I just wondered if he was
Yeah,
sending
he's
it.
got me matching them to certain
Okay.
Mythic Legions bodies and stuff. So
I just wondered if he sent you like some heads for some figures like these. No.
No.
Okay.
no. And then my last figure showed up yesterday in the mail. I didn't even see the shipping notice to see she was coming. But if any of you are fans of the classics, Thundercats Ultimates,
No, I'm not.
you remember that Chitara was supposed to be in a wave of figures, and she did not come because there was issues with her, and she was severely delayed. Probably, I think it was last summer almost. We got those for the 3 figures of the 4. She came later because they fixed her. I think it was a hip issue. You can get her to stand on that. It's not the best.
I probably
But-
can't.
Chitara, I mean, come on. She's really cool, and she basically completes the original cast of the Thundercats. There's actually only one Thundercat left, even with the new characters, and that would be Bengali to complete all the Thundercats.
She's got some nice cheeks.
If you count the kittens, the Thunder Kittens from the Mattel, because Super 7 has not re-released the Thunder Kittens again yet.
She does not look as hot.
Well, I think they shrunk her boobs down,
That'll
but
do
I'm not
it.
sure.
That'll
I
do
just
it.
remember her being a little bit bustier.
She was pretty busty.
And there's these other
I'm good.
heads. That's the running head with the hair. You know.
But
You love it?
Yeah, well, she looks great amongst the other.
Yeah, with the rest of the crew. Do you
and
have
I-
any? I mean, you got any nitpicks or anything? Or
I mean, they always
I think
could
she
do
looks good, man.
better, but for the most part, I really like how. Can you hand her to me for a second? I really like how
anything for you, Dom.
you know she carries her staff on and in her
Gauntlet.
yeah.
gauntlet, and it really comes out of there.
Oh wow, that's kind of cool.
Because if you remember, her staff grows. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
It's like this, and then it can grow into this.
It can be all kinds of different
Which is
sizes.
really cool, because if you want to have her carrying this, then it isn't in her. You know, they didn't mold it in there, which
Yeah,
I think
so you
is
could
really
take
good
it out and
idea.
it didn't look like
so
she
it
was-
doesn't look like she has 2 of them.
Yeah.
I like that. She comes with a bunch of stuff. I didn't bring them all, but she comes with like a mirror, Thundercats mirror that it was from one episode where there was some weird magic
Well, of
power.
course, they sent the girl one with a mirror.
Yeah, she got to check herself out. She has this flame thing that I'm not sure which episode that's from. And I don't even know what to do with this. Apparently it must fit on the end of this.
Oh.
I don't know if there was some type point where she could blow fire out of the end of her thing, but
There's only one person here that would know.
and I don't remember that
Yeah.
episode.
It's definitely you.
Yeah, you would be the guy.
I mean, you could always. She's, for the most part, I think she's really good. Painted hair would be cool. Just so it doesn't look so plasticky.
Yeah.
I do love when you do get her in that running pose. She looks pretty cool. Tip her head up so it looks a little bit more like the. One thing I don't like about Super 7 is that
I don't like the running pose at all.
you don't like the running pose. Why?
And I totally understand why you're doing it for her. I don't know why. I just don't like it. It's not sexy.
Well, you can definitely.
I don't like it when girls run away from me. That's
Yeah.
not sexy.
I'm not catching any girl, okay?
Maybe she's running to you.
Oh,
I like how one of these.
never happened.
I like how one of these heads has the eyes that white out, like when he yells Thundercats ho, and their eyes all go. But here.
That looks like the Thundercats hoe based on that outfit she's wearing.
I want to get the outfit from the very first episode
Yeah.
where she's naked.
Yeah, screw those clothes.
Okay, so do you like this
Who puts their
better?
cat in clothes anyway?
Right.
If you're doing that,
Just
Sickos
jerks.
and perverts.
yeah.
So would you like her better, Trav, if we do something like this?
Yes.
And we kind of give her a little bit of that, what's that called?
I wouldn't say I like her better. I would say I
Aeropostale.
would say I like the pose better.
Maybe make her caressing her thigh. Turn these knees in because girls always have them weird turned in knees that are less powerful but kind of sexy.
He's
because
awkwardly good at
she
this.
looks like
What'd you get, Jeremy?
Steve, do you want me to show you the picture that you sent?
Yeah, I wanted to show what she looks like in my case. Now, do you like that better? Is she hotter?
No.
I just don't.
I just don't like the '80s punk Chrissy Hines mullet.
I also feel like it just feels like they sexied this down. Like they took some of the sexy out.
I might have.
I'm taking sexy out.
That picture, I just wanted to show what she looks like running in the case, standing up, and then I put a picture of the whole group together just to
Tila's ass.
show what a completed. See, that's a cool.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool all together there. And then Tila's ass.
So I'm happy to have her amongst the rest of them, because we all know when they started this line with Mattel, and we were like, we're not getting,
Yeah, it's not.
we're not going to be able to complete even the original team.
Yeah, we found
And
it
we
wasn't
did.
gonna happen. Yeah,
So
thank God Super 7 stuffed up.
yeah, that's all I got, fellas.
Okay. I got a box over somewhere.
Over yonder.
It's right by me. I got me this Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles loot crate. That's right, Loot Crate actually fucking came through and sent us a second box. Not the second box. This is actually box 3. So I don't know what's up with box 2. That's in limbo somewhere.
Wow.
But yeah, I believe Danny may have been the first release, so that was like forever ago. This was supposed to be released a long time ago, but so I will open it up and you can see what's inside. I got the packaging for the figure. This is actually Claw Shredder.
What the fuck?
Which was a storyline in the original comics, Return to New York. Shredder actually died in the very first issue. So the Foot Clan were trying to reincarnate him, resurrect him, or whatever you want to call it. Mm-hmm. And they kind of failed a few times. And this is one of the failures. But he's still a force to be reckoned with. The Claw Shredder. They also had a 4-armed Shredder and a shrimp, like a little guy.
Oh, nice.
Shredder. Very cool. I hope they do the other 3 because they've released these in several toy lines now and have yet to release all 3 in the same toy line. So like 2003 had this guy and the 4-armed dude. 2012 had this guy and the shrimp dude. And this is all we have for NECA so far. So NECA, pull through. Give me all the rest of them, please. This crate also came with just a Ninja Turtle pin.
Nice.
Little head. It could be any of the turtles since they all wore red masks, of course. A Ninja Turtle shirt. Okay, we just kind of...
Sorry.
That's fine. That's okay if it falls. Which is...
Nice.
pretty cool. It's original comics, Raphael with the original logo with the bloody sword in it.
Sorry.
No, that's fine. Steve, interrupt me all you want.
I'm not interrupting you.
Is that a Krang fanny pack?
And a motherfucking fanny pack. It technically,
That's fucking awesome.
Technically, I guess it's a neutron, but yes, it is fanny pack.
That's awesome.
I didn't know this was coming. This is badass.
Walk around with Craig. I love that.
Yeah. So, Loot Crate actually came through. So, people, if you haven't received this yet, it should be on its way.
Is Loot Crate still a thing? Is that still going strong, or?
I don't know that they do just random monthly ones. Now they're very specific. And you
Just certain-
pre-order them and all
yeah.
that type of stuff.
They got bought out, didn't they?
I can't remember.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Something went wrong with them.
something happened, but people thought that we were getting ripped off. They kept delaying these, and then they weren't even talking about it. And NECA themselves was like, sorry, we don't handle that.
Yeah.
So, but now that we're getting the stuff, people can calm down a little bit.
Oh,
I'll bet now.
that's awesome.
It's, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
They, the one that they haven't sent out yet was, I think it was a video game Turtles box. So, Armagon is like a shark mutant, and I don't really, he's
Yeah.
cool, but I don't collect the video game line.
Yeah.
I mean, the crab shredder. That's where it's at. I don't do shark.
Fucking claw shredder, man. It's fucking
I can
cool.
see you loving that.
Oh yeah, dude,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, those original comics were bad fucking ass.
Yeah.
And if you don't know, well, I'm sorry.
That's on you, right?
It's good shit.
All right. I got a package from Valaverse, and these have been out for a little bit, but I just hadn't had a chance to bring them in to the show. But I got.
Ooh,
the,
I've never seen that one.
Oh, you haven't seen these ones?
Mm-mm.
So is this was two? What? I think
2A, 2B,
2A,
2B, I think.
Okay. So this is the Garrison
Do you have them all?
Cavalry. Not all of them because
He's
there's
putting the L before all the other letters.
Crimson Calavera from Soulfly.
Cavalry.
Max or Igor.
From Sepultura.
and I like this. I was always a Viper guy, so when I would play with my Joes, I loved the bad guys. I loved the helmets. I didn't need a face. I didn't need any of that.
I want the guys that are putting the laser logo on the concrete before they dust your fucking face.
Hey Curtis, if we ever meet, I'm gonna make sure that you eat my ass.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Just letting you know that, buddy.
Uh-oh.
He said, love that Jeremy struggled with buying the Mondo He-Man, but he could buy this
I
junk
don't have
each
that
week.
one.
This is Desert Rat.
You're a wiener.
Desert Rat.
And
I ain't
Trigger,
rich.
which I do like. I mean that looks right out of Call of Duty, right? Like an operator.
Yeah.
Don't you feel like? I mean,
Yeah.
just so Trigger as well.
Is Desert
Hey,
Rat?
who did the art on the side of those? I heard he gives credit to them.
Do you know if Desert Rat is?
I think I know
Is he
this guy.
exclusive to this packaging?
So I don't know the answer to that, to be honest. I didn't even realize that he was in that old Action Force looking packaging. So I haven't.
I feel
I
like
haven't
this guy
looked.
lives in Wolf Lake.
It's a good possibility. Trigger.
He's got a Let's Go Brandon flag on his tank.
Yeah. And then Delta Trooper and the Delta Gear set, so you could outfit your trooper.
Did these come straight
Hold
from
on,
Vala?
I'll pretend
Yes.
to give a shit.
This was when the they went up for order on his site, and you get in there. I can't remember if it's actually a pre-order or if there's a limited, but
So, this
just one figure.
plain Jane
Just
figure,
plain Jane
and then
figure
this
in
is
there.
the stuff for him.
Yeah. Yep. Or so you buy that to outfit your other guys with more stuff and things like that too.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Looks like
Yep. So obviously, Action Force has kind of been the line for me that I love certain aspects to it. I've got a couple open now. I'm still trying to figure out if I'm going to be all in and actually collecting the line, because I think I just now decided I'm not going to be all in on G.I. Joe Classified. I'm just going to pick the figures I like, and that's it.
God, I wish I had that.
For
ability.
years I did not. For years I did not. For years I need to army build it. And it's like I even was having a conversation the other day with somebody.
Yeah, just one.
Oh yeah, it was Gerard, and I can't even collect mythics the way I wanted to collect them anymore, because I want to army build, and there's just so much. I don't have the room. I just don't have the space for it. So
Is this somebody's face?
I think so.
In particular?
I do think so.
That looks very like
Yep.
Modeled after somebody.
yeah, modeled after somebody.
Yeah, I can't remember, but he
ABF.
He has used he's used friends.
ABF is beautiful. This guy's kind of rough.
guys that were in the
Sorry,
military.
Tony Robert. I bet you his name's Tony Roberts.
Might be.
But
Isn't
ABF
isn't that
is
the guy that
gorgeous.
does like the motivational?
It's Tony
speaking?
Robinson.
Robbins.
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 Yeah, these
Tony
figures,
Robbins.
they don't do much for me at all.
Shallow Hal wants a gal.
Yes.
I like the gimmicky ones.
Yeah.
You know,
Love it, though.
Like the one that Steve just pulled out. That,
right? Yeah.
You know what's
like,
funny?
that guy's cool as shit.
That one, I don't need it.
Right.
Like I don't. For some reason, the colors don't. It doesn't do it for me.
It does. It so it like it does. It does it for me in the same way that Cobra. All the blue guys and their cobras, and they kind of had that mask. It kind of was snaky,
Yeah.
and now we're doing this wasp kind of
Yeah.
swarm bee shit.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
And for some reason, I just think it's cool to have, I see those
Until
guys.
he goes out to the battlefield and gets fucking smoked by a sniper because he's glowing.
Well, that's obviously dumb.
Right.
But
I got the B guy. Charlie, why do you always take the easy ones? This is bullshit.
You can't shoot the guy in camo?
Right. Why am I always setting off fucking suicide vests? You shoot them too, you asshole.
I mean, it is funny, but it's very creative.
No,
I had one of my favorite pair of pants in high school was blue, white, and black camo. I called it ghetto flash, and because I wasn't hiding for it. Even Arctic camo, it's still black and it's white. There's no black snow, guys. Jesus.
Yeah, I don't need to wrap my brain around that, but something about that figure I like the yellow one. I think
it's my favorite figure of all of them.
Which one?
The bright colored wasp shit.
The green one. Yeah.
I think the little tail thing's a little goofy. I would have left that off, but
Yeah, and I totally get
that's
that.
just me.
They're cool. Did you feel like the plastic was better with that one? See if that feels about the same.
I don't know if I don't know if it feels the same. Mm-hmm. I think the hands are softer.
Well, that alone is
The
important.
test is these figures are great for swapping and making different characters and swapping heads. The problem is that first round, anyways, putting a vest on them is murder.
Yeah.
Because that tab just doesn't fit. So I don't know if that's been fixed at all, but I'm scared to pull one off and
Doesn't
check.
need to be fixed. There wasn't anything wrong. It was your fault.
My bloody fingers
Disagree.
disagree.
Sorry.
Built up some
not a
calluses,
man's man.
bitch.
So
Maybe there's an add-on to the next Kickstarter for some mana.
and also the B guy, because he's so exclusive, and I knew that if I break it, it's not easy to get another one.
Yeah.
I fucking almost melted it with a hairdryer before I started playing with it.
You were just super careful.
I was very careful.
Yeah. I will say, this Desert Rat figure, I do. It's pretty cool.
I like him. I want it. And now
Yep.
I'm wondering if I don't have it coming, because I don't remember buying anything in that packaging.
Oh, okay. I don't remember that packaging either. I probably should do a little bit more research before I go on a toy podcast.
Somebody probably just said it in the chat. Maybe
Nope,
not.
nothing yet.
No, nothing.
Nope.
Nothing but the
Who gives a
2%.
shit anymore.
Do you think maybe the 2% that ABF contributed was that fucked up tab for the vest? Kind of makes you wonder. Wonder from me, man.
From me, man.
From me, man.
Me man.
Do we have any entertainment to talk about?
Let's see. I think we're all watching different shows. Maybe some of the same shows, but we're not at the same point.
Yeah,
I'm all caught up on Boys right now.
I am one shy of Boys. At least one. I watched Hero Gasm. That was the last one I watched.
Can we talk about Herogasm? And
Sure.
we've all seen it.
I don't care.
You haven't seen it?
No.
Oh.
I haven't been back to the boys in a while.
Oh God, this show is blowing my mind. Now that spoiler. Now that they're finally starting to get to the point where Homelander's actually getting a little scared and shit, this
Ooh.
blows me away. Well, you're all right with spoilers?
Yeah.
They basically Maeve hooked Butcher up with some Compound V, which
Temporary Compound V.
yeah, it's 24, so it's 24-hour.
Yeah. He's
And,
been using that.
He started, yeah.
Well, didn't I thought okay, so where I'm at in it, I thought that Homelander knew that. Because
He knew
didn't
he had
didn't
it.
he come to him and be like, "Why don't we just fight this out, bitch?"
Yeah, I don't think he actually knew he had it.
Yeah, at that
Yep.
point.
Yep.
But now, yeah, they actually went head to head. Him, Soldier Boy, and Huey, all were.
Dude.
Soldier Boy's still alive?
Wow, you're behind.
God dang it. Not only is Soldier Boy still alive, guess what?
He's a raging asshole.
And fucking fun as fuck.
Yeah, he's great.
Is he with the boys?
Yes.
Oh, Steve, I cannot wait. You're going to go home and watch it today.
Yeah,
Okay, for
it's-
starters, Steven, Soldier Boy is going to be your favorite character that ever existed.
Yep.
Is anybody else?
Is he just like me?
Does anybody
Yeah,
else
it's
always think of that? Every time you hear that name, think of that song about Superman and a hoe. Every time I hear Soldier Boy. No?
Yeah, that song was on Dance. It was one of the dances in Dance
Can,
Revolution.
can you sing it?
I can't.
If you give me just a little bit, I could probably go with you.
It's I can't. It's not. It's not a sing. I can't sing songs that are sing songs. This isn't a sing song. And they always yelled Superman that ho. And they had
do a little dance.
Bing, 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 bing. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
All right.
Steve, watch it.
I will. I've just been tied up with
I get
C.
it. Oh yeah.
Oh my God. I gotta recommend this show because I think it needs it.
Oh, do it, please. I've been waiting all day for this. Hit it.
I don't know. I never heard a lot of buzz about this show, and everybody I talk to says
show?
It's because Apple TV.
It's called C, and everybody I watch it says I don't have Apple TV Plus.
Yeah.
Okay, and I didn't either until recently when my wife put on she was like we had to DJ a dance and we needed music, so I bought Apple TV Plus because it comes with all the music too, and so I had it and I never watched anything on it. And then chit-chatting around, my neighbor behind me, he's like, you gotta try C, because he pirates everything, so he don't care. He's like, you gotta watch C, it's great. And I'm like, really? He says, yeah, Jason Momoa's badass and everybody's blind. And I'm like, that sounds stupid, but you're saying it's good? I'll check it out. So I go home and I'm like, yeah.
You know, that's pretty fucked up because I told you fucking Evil Dead 2 was pretty good. And have you watched it yet?
All people want to talk about on Apple TV is Ted Lasso. That's what I hear. You got to get everybody to Ted Lasso.
Yeah.
I hear that's great too. So I start this C show and I am fucking in love with it. Okay? I thought, this is going to be dumb. It's not dumb. It is so inspiringly creative of how visualizing a world where no one can see, where these people generations have been sightless, so they've figured shit out on how to do stuff without sight. It's second nature to them. And there's badass fighting in it. I mean, picture this, just the craziest shit. Two warriors coming together to fight, and everybody's trying to be quiet. There's no like, because so you're sneaking in amongst, just trying not to bump into each other. And when you bump into each other, who are you bumping into? It's fucked up. And they figure it's really, really cool. And so I highly recommend it. You should watch.
I'm gonna watch it with my eyes closed so I get the real experience.
I thought about that.
I've just been buying.
This is the best show I've ever not seen.
So it takes place in the future. So there's like a bunch of junk lying around. So it has almost kind of a.
These poor people are tripping over everything. Everybody's got beat up shins.
Nobody can read, so all the knowledge that is in books is gone.
Yeah.
Because nobody can read it.
Yeah.
They can read. They've got their own language now. It's knots. They can pull these knots and so they can feel to read, but they can't read anything.
I think that's called Braille. I don't think that's new.
Is anyone reading the Braille books or no?
I don't know if there's Braille books, but they can send a message to they can
because
make a
of the
knot.
knots.
Yeah, and they can send a message to
so
each
they
other.
tie the knot to a bird and they fly it.
I think
out.
they have done that in the show. Or
Can the birds see?
Yes.
That's
Just
weird.
the humans can't.
Just the humans can't.
And it's SEE, right?
Yes, it's the word
Making sure.
C.
Well, there's two words C. So
What?
It's not sea like you're. It's not like you're gonna sail on the sea. It's I can see you.
correct, but you said there was only one word C, so
Only one that is related to sight, which is what this whole.
I don't
thing is
know.
about.
If you were trying to sail a boat blind, it wouldn't go well for
The
you.
coolest thing I thought of is I want to be this character named Jarla Ramel. I think I'm saying that right.
I don't think you are.
Jarla Ramel.
Yeah, still wrong.
I want to be this guy. Okay, so this is like mild spoiler. It has nothing. It won't affect your enjoyment of this. Jarla Morel is a guy that was for some reason born with sight. After all these generations, there's a guy that's born with sight, and he figures out every time he fathers a baby, the baby has sight. He just roaming around the country, blasting chicks, making people who can see. I want to do that.
Steve's like, I can see myself doing that. Hashtag dad joke.
meanwhile
It's
he's doing it and they're fucking wanting to go blind.
You walk into some tribal village, you're like, hey, baby, what's going on? I'll blast you. Ugh, gotcha, and then leaves.
Gotcha. So what I love about when Steve talks about a character like this and how much he wants to be them, it literally has nothing to do with having sex with women. It is only about spreading his seed.
Right.
Dominance.
Yep.
Nothing to do with I'm gonna be the hot dude.
But then he comes back.
It doesn't matter if he's hot. They can't see him
right,
anyways.
exactly.
And then he comes back a few months after the baby's born, And he's like, hey, just checking in. Let me see the kid. Because your eyes look different when you can see. And he looks at him and he's like, shit, yeah, that one can see. See you later. Ow.
Weird.
On to the next one. So, 20 years later.
And they're not jealous and
In
just
the-
murdering these children?
In this universe,
Who's murdering? He isn't murdering him.
No, not him. I'm saying that, and these people, like,
Because
who are
they can
stuck
see.
with the baby.
Does
They got to
anybody
take
else-
care of a seeing baby, but they can't see.
Does anybody else see the irony in Steve wanting to be a character so much that would rely on spreading his seed based on personality, knowing he would never get laid, ever?
Oh, yeah. You get
People would hear 4 words and go, fuck that guy, but not literally. Fuck that guy.
You would love this guy.
What's cool about this show is it starts and by the 3rd episode, 20 years have passed. So it moves along very fast in the first 3 episodes. Then it slows down.
Yeah.
So, you get these babies that are born that are his that can see, and Momo is their father. Blind.
So the first 3 episodes is him just traveling and blasting.
No, it's a chick that's
Traveling and blasting.
pregnant by someone else, and she ropes Momo into taking care of her pregnant ass. And so then, of course, her babies are born, and they can see.
Spot in hell for Steven, if it exists.
Lou said Soldier Boy is totally Steve if he were cool, attractive to women, and less of a heel.
I'm assuming that's funny if I've seen it.
Yeah.
So, so yeah, man, this is. So yeah, he goes back,
Pounding up Norco.
blasting chicks, making an army of sighted warriors. Fucking cool, and then come back later and be like, all right, you're my children, let's go fucking fight. We can
Yeah.
see. Fuck those blind motherfucks.
Yeah.
So
He's really trying to sell it.
Wrapping up episode 255 before we end up getting shot.
it's really, really good. Everybody should see it. I'm probably, yeah. And then, so I'm like, and
Is
don't
Jeff Healy in it? Like, he should be like a bard.
I think he's
like,
dead.
Jeff Healy's dead?
Is he? I think he's dead.
I don't know. I don't have good internet down here.
I think he's been dead.
So I'm like-
once I got his password, it works great.
I'm like, maybe this Apple TV shit was a one hit wonder. Like, maybe this is the only good show on it. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna try this other one that was popping up called Severance. Ooh, fuck, is that cool? You guys
Yeah.
heard anything about this?
Yeah. That's the one where you have the 2 different, like, when you're at work, you don't know about your outside life, but when you're outside, you don't know
They
about
split
your
your
work life.
mind.
So then
that'd be
so
great.
your personal never bleeds into your professional and vice versa.
Let me forget about everything.
It's got
at work.
the guy from Derek from Step Brothers is the main character, right?
Yes. So imagine,
And I can sing.
Imagine going to work every
day.
and when you get in the elevator, something triggers a thing in your brain to shut that other word off thing. And so now you're at your work consciousness. So you don't know anything about your other life. You don't know your name
That sounds very interesting.
or shit.
Yeah.
I want
So
that
to
to
that-
happen in real
That sounds
life.
like some Hickman highbrow shit. Is what it
does.
sounds
So
like.
to that person, since they're unaware of their other life, they think they're always at work. Their
Yeah.
consciousness is always at work. And to the other person, their consciousness is never at work.
Yeah.
So
Super productive, super relaxed. It makes sense.
it's like,
One would
yeah,
drive
it
me
is,
insane.
except if you were to put your work self in hell, your other self doesn't even know about it.
Yeah. Interesting. Jeff Healy's been dead since 2008.
Damn. That's a bummer.
Yeah.
And then
Still love that song.
Wasn't he in
though.
Roadhouse?
He was. Behind the beer cage.
Yeah.
Oh. That's Jeff Healy? The
The blind guitarist?
Yeah,
sings
yeah.
Angel Eyes?
Oh.
think about this: you can have a love interest at
There's
work,
so many
and your
great
other self wouldn't even
references
know
to sight
about
in
it.
that song.
Interesting.
Across the crowded room I see, you know, girl, you're
That
looking
sounds
fine
interesting.
It is really cool. I was like watching it, and I was like, "Wow, this is one of those. This is one of those shows that Courtney was like, I don't know what's happening."
This is another Apple TV thing?
Yes,
How much is it? How much is it a month, Steve?
no clue. I make too much money to care.
Oh, fuck. It's about right.
Oh,
I can't keep buying all these damn streaming services. I just got Paramount Plus.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't.
What'd you get it for?
Honestly, I don't remember off the top of my head. But it does have like all the Nickelodeon Ninja Turtle stuff, and the Beavis and Butthead movie just came out on it, so I enjoyed that very much.
After Stranger Things, I could cancel Netflix for a while. There's nothing else there to see.
I've kind of
for
heard
a
people
while.
talk about that a little bit.
Said, once I finish Ozark. Yeah, I want to. Well, no, there's that new movie with Hemsworth on there that I want to see.
Oh yeah, that did look.
I watched that too.
Well, good. Ruin it for me. Hit me.
Was it good?
Yeah.
Because I saw people talking online that it was awful, a waste of their time.
I didn't think it was awful.
Okay, I'll check it out because that did look good. Yeah. Yeah, I think those all look good.
I mean, picture this. You're in a prison.
Yep. For things that you said on this show that got us all in trouble.
You were in a real prison, but they say, hey, here's an opportunity. You can go to this other prison where you don't have a cell and there's good food and you can watch TV and it's like a fucking resort. But the problem is you have to participate in this scientific experiment where they put drugs in your body and they see how you react. And so you say, sure. And then you go there and they put these drugs in your body and these drugs will make you do some weird shit. So, like, you could put... like, Travis would love this. I think Travis would be so down for this shit. Because, like, they have the guy, Miles Teller, who's in it. He's Goose from Top Gun. He's Rooster from Top Gun. And he's a good-looking dude. He sits down, they put some fucking ugly, disgusting crack whore in front of him on the couch. And they have all got these things that are, like, binded to their spines to inject the drugs. And they ask you questions. You know, Chris Hemsworth is up there asking questions. He's like, you two, what do you think of her? Are you attracted to her? Nope. Ask her, what do you think of him? Oh, yeah, he's a tall drink of water. I like this. All right, can I have permission to give you something, blah, blah, blah? And they have to comply. If they don't comply, then he'll be like, oh, fuck you, go back to the shitty prison.
Yeah.
They'll put this shit into fucking Miles Teller in like 2 seconds, he's like looking at the most beautiful woman he's ever seen, and they just gotta fuck. Travis, that's all you.
I'm in. It sounds good. I'll check it out for sure.
Sounds like Travis wouldn't need those drugs, though. I feel like he's...
Yeah, that's the problem. They'd be like, Travis, what do you think of her? I'd fuck her. We haven't given you the drugs yet. I'd still fuck her.
And? Will the drugs make me last longer?
Will you take the drugs? Hell yeah. Give it to me. Yeah. Are you hornier now? Nope, about the same.
I'm a delicious hornball all the time.
Hey, let me tell you, just here's a little bit of that romantic advice that Pete was talking about. Don't tell your wife one day that you like all boobs.
Okay.
How'd that go?
Apparently, they don't like it very much.
Really?
Because
I never would have seen that coming.
Yeah, they don't feel very special then, apparently, when you're like, nah, I love your boobs, but I love those boobs, and yeah.
They're not so special anymore.
Does not go over very well.
It works out fine for me that my wife thinks I don't like any boobs. I don't have any issues.
Good call. You might have played that one better. Definitely much better than I did.
Amanda hates it when I try to like reference Homelander. When I'm like, you gonna give me the Homelander? I hate you. Shut up. Okay.
All right.
Well, that's an episode.
We got some Patreon content to record.
Yeah, man, we're wrapping up episode 245. I mean 55 because Steve sucks ass.
I screwed up the show in the beginning, but I was fucking on fire for the rest of it, so you're welcome.
Seriously, it smells like burnt hair in here. You can't be on fire with all the LA looks in your hair. You're going to blow this whole fucking studio to smithereens. Seducer Cody's in the box. Jeremy DeWitt, Travis Bolles, co-host. I am Pete McCarthy. Until next time, we'll see you guys in the toy aisle.